Start streaming. All right, I'm here, ready to start this thing. I've got my buddy Digby here.
Yo, what's up, dudes?
Also got Squatchberg the cat right over here by Digby. Whoa, sometimes he wants to be violent. Sometimes he's very affectionate. Not sure how he's feeling today, but he's big on sniffing fingers. He likes smells. So supposed to be joined by some people today. Hopefully they can all make it. Justin T. Brown, famous YouTube video editor. He lives in North Hollywood, so he's being affected by the fires there. So hopefully he's doing okay and can join us soon. Also, my good friend Panther Pyre should be here shortly. And perhaps Mr. Chuds of TikTok, the elusive Chudsley, spoke with him earlier and he was supposed to join, but he's pretty tired from a long day of work. So we'll have to see how that goes. Also on the show today, we have a regular guest, Mr. Fudge Rounds. He's going to be our musical host. He's going to be joining us weekly, and wondered if he had a few words to say about that.
To have a new opportunity to dive into. It's really what I've been wanting to do for a long time. I've just been so terrified of the idea of doing it, but here I am. Like there's no going back now, I guess. So
yeah, we're glad to have you here, Fudge Rounds guy. Digby, what do you think of Fudge Rounds guy?
Oh, he's okay. His music's not that great. Got a cool beard though. Really like the beard. I wish I had a cool beard.
Yeah, maybe we can probably work something out for you. Okay, and Panther's in the chat. She's coming soon. I need her here badly because I am not a very adept solo. I'm not a solo artist. I'm a kind of more of a band guy. So hopefully she will join us and I will have some exchange of ideas there going on. Anybody else in the chat wants to bring up a topic of discussion for Digby or the cat, Squatchberg over here? If you have anything, and some eyebrows, Panther says. I have 3 guests. Yes, these guys are kind of hard to, at least right now. I'm working on trying to improve the quality of them, but so far they're kind of not the best. And Elon, I don't know why he keeps flashing. Something's wrong with his, or not Elon. I'm sorry, that's not Elon. That's Mr. Adrian Dittman. So I don't know why his name is not on the group chat. All of our names are not up there. That's not great. So yep, we've got Squatchberg here again. He's snoozing. I wonder if I can bring him more into the picture here without ruining everything. So I don't know what's in his way now. Can't tell. Anyways, what does he think about H1BV? He's not loaded with responses right now. He does have. He did want to ask Mr. Adrian Dittman a question. So, Fudge Round guy, why don't you go ahead?
Mr. Dittman, could you share your thoughts on Fudge Rounds?
Of course. Fudge Rounds are really good.
Okay. So yeah, you can expect more of that kind of thing on the show right now. Thanks, Emo Dragon, for being here. It's good to have you. You're welcome to join. We've got slots here if you want to join and join up with Adrian and Fudge Round Guy and Digby. You're welcome to talk about what's going on in your world, with your projects, with whatever you want. So supposed to have some other people show up too. But so far it's just me. Justin's supposed to be here. But he might be on fire right now. So hopefully he gets that rolled out and he joins us. Chuds of TikTok was supposed to be here. He gave me his word, and then he petered out, got tired, and he's probably going to sleep through the entire thing. But that's just fine, because historically I've slept through some of he and my personal conversations too. So let's see. I do have lots of stuff to share, but I thought maybe I'd give some time for people to trickle in here to share some videos. I got a Elon Musk video that I haven't shared, so I thought I'd share that one. I wonder how what Adrian thinks of that. Oh, Justin's spamming me on Discord. Okay, so let's see. Did I give him a bad link? Password. Okay. Okay, so there we go. Apparently Chudsley's going to join us, so that'll be exciting. It's been a while. Oh, I'm the same way. This is actually just practice for me to try to be more, to get out there and be more social. I was actually trying to encourage Justin to be it, because he's the younger face, and he's a more presentable figure for the. Yeah. I think he's doing okay. So I think it's very smoky where he's at, and that's always unfortunate if you got a little one. BB's here, and as always on the road driving, which I always worry about. So if you're going to be listening, that's fine. But there's probably nothing that interesting to see as of yet. So please be safe on the road. And I was thinking that I was going to start calling the people in the chat. I was going to call them all BBs, since we have so many BBs. We got Brian B, we got BB, we got Panthapire, who's PP but kind of a BB. So, and also the word. Oh, somebody's joined us. This is an exciting moment. We're going to see who it is. Habibi in Arabic means my love. So I think it'd be cool to call people BBs, even though there is a really bad BB, and who will hopefully never join us. All right, so it looks like we had somebody pop in and then disappear. So yes, BBs for the win. Let's see. I have while I'm waiting here, I'm going to just share since the cat's no longer in the frame, or is he in the frame? Oh, I guess we can see him. The cat is. I got to switch back over here. And of course, where is the cat? There he is. He's got terminal mode written on him for some reason. So, well, thank you for turning notifications on. I know that this channel has a lot of garbage on it because I just have a lot of chaos in my brain, and sometimes I'll make a video and just upload weird stuff. So anybody who has notifications on for this channel, I love you, and I love your posts on X. Emo, you're like one of the best, one of my favorites. So, a human says, random idea for a prop up you could use for awkward moments. I don't think I'm short on awkward moments. But how would you feel about having a virtual Twitch chat stream? A wall of wild reactions and questions and comments that I could cherry pick. I'm up for anything. Justin and I originally set this up for, actually, let's go back to the history of this, whatever this TERMCAST thing that I'm doing here is. Kind of got started with Justin T. Brown and Chuds of TikTok. We were all hanging out and talking about stuff. And for whatever reason, we just ended up trying to do a podcast, which was problematic because we were trying to edit it and trying to put graphics on it, and it just became very cumbersome and a lot of effort, and people have lives going on, so we were very slow to get it out. But eventually it kind of morphed into this thing where I was dressing up like Tim Pool for the podcast, and now it's TERMCAST. But I want to credit both Chudsley, who the original idea for the Tim Pool thing was I was going to dress up like Tim Pool and go interview people at a Trump rally. That never manifested because the visit that this was supposed to happen on, Trump got arraigned and he had to go to court. And so that never happened. But I continued to wear my Tim Pool outfit. Not this one, but I actually have a Tim Pool costume that I would wear on our little podcast. And Justin too, when we were doing this weekly and kind of practice talking and, you know, having a conversation about political issues, and it kind of evolved into this thing where I'm now because I have the most free time because I'm kind of retired. I'm the one that's doing the central thing, but I'm always trying to get Justin and Judge Lee to join me because I wouldn't be doing this if it weren't for them. So, you wanted to see the Tim Pool interviews of Donald Trump. So this was a thing. I did dress up like Tim Pool, but on that day it was canceled. So we ended up going to the public library instead and just interviewing people there. I thought maybe I could try to talk to people about socialized services like the library, because at the time there was a lot of push to ban books and whatnot. So I went to the public library instead and we interviewed people there as Tim Pool. I've got a few hours of footage of me dressed up as Tim Pool talking to people. And it turned out very interesting and kind of sad for me because I met people there at the library. The library that went to also is the place for housing homeless people. If you need a place to live, they're the resource there. So I didn't realize it, but a lot of these people I were talking to were homeless, but they were too proud to let me know that they were homeless. And over the course of the day, we kind of made friends with some of these people, and we returned to the library where they were still there. This one guy was living in the parking lot out of his van, and he was a kid, 26 years old, 27 years old. He had a fight with his roommates, and he ended up living in his van. And he told me that he was going to learn to be an artist at the library or he was going to commit suicide. And I don't know how much of this was hyperbole or not, but I regularly return to the library to continue talking to people and getting these interviews. And he ended up being a person I got fairly close to. And I just saw this guy's life unrattled. And I have it all on film. And I thought about making a documentary about how just one thing can break a person. Like any of us could befall. Oh, there he is. Here's Justin T. Brown, everyone. So let's see if I can get Justin here. Where's Justin in my list? There he is. The wonderful Justin T. Brown. And I probably can't I've got you muted again, I think. Oh no. This is what happened last week. This is what happened last week. And I don't remember what I did to bring you back in. Crap. This is terrible. Last time I couldn't hear you and and you're not coming through again. And last time I couldn't hear you, and then so I made some changes and I ended up doubling up your voice. And oh, maybe I can hear you if I maybe it's in the sorry everybody for the still can't hear Justin. Oh my gosh. This is the thing. I didn't have time to test the stream this week, so I totally bungled. I got to remember how I got Justin back in. Let's see here. Justin. Maybe I'm going to play, I'm going to share a video and then, yes, definitely Justin is the only JB that matters these days. I'm also JB. So we've got our BBs here and we've got our JBs. So I'm going to share a video and I'm going to, while I'm sharing the video, I'm going to see if I can get Justin back in the mix here. Now, this is not going to be my video. Excuse me. This is actually Justin's video. So let's see if I can do this. Got to share a tab here. So, and everybody in this chat is probably already aware of Justin. He's one of the greatest very kind person, great friend. But if you're not aware of him, check out his YouTube channel. He's got some wonderful videos there, including this one that I'm about to share. If I can do this. Also going to get me demonetized, but this stream only makes like a fraction of a penny.
I want a ticket to anywhere. Maybe we make a deal. Maybe together we can get somewhere. Any place is better. Starting from zero, got nothing to lose. Maybe we'll make something. Me, myself, I got nothing to prove. You got a fast car. I got a plan to get us out of here. Been working at the convenience store. Managed to save just a little bit of money. Won't have to drive too far. Just cross the border and into the city. You and I can both get
It's
jobs.
great, isn't it?
Finally see what it means to be living.
It's awesome going too.
Finally see what it means to be living. See, my old man's got a problem.
Okay, so that was Justin's edit of Elon. Let's see if I gotta figure out how to stop this now. I'm getting a text somewhere. All right, so Justin, can you talk? See, it says you're muted. No, it says Adrian Dittman's muted. Oh my God, this is a regular thing. Panth, I need you to jump on and see if I get your voice so I can say that this wasn't my fault this time. Yeah, it seems like just when you think he can't get any worse every day, we get worse and worse news from the guy. I'm going to share this again, just for anybody who joined the stream late. I'm joined with, I don't know, what happened to Elon? He's not on the stream anymore. Oh, because Justin took the slot. Maybe that's why. Hey, Justin, join again, but take out the guest on the link. Take out the part that says guest, whatever. It says guest or host too. Maybe let me give you another link. I'm going to give you another link to join up. So, all right, so try that link because I noticed he booted Elon out of here. Or I'm sorry, not Elon. Adrian Dittman is gone. So, and yeah, it also probably is his fishing reel microphone. Let's see here. I'm going to go back into the all right. I appreciate it because, like I said, we're still trying to learn how to do this. It's been about a year, and this is the quality we've got so far. I managed to get a nice switch going, and I can get Digby to talk, and we can hear him, I think, right?
Hey, everybody. It's me, everybody's favorite guy.
So on that note, maybe I'm gonna roll the intro again. I guess I didn't roll the intro to the show yet. So here's the intro to the show. Not great. I need to rework it. It was kind of a joke, but here goes.
TERMCAST IRL with your host, Terminal Mode, featuring America's darling, Digby the Robot.
All right, so there was that. Oh, look at this. Can we hear Chudley? Or
Can you hear me?
I can hear Chudley. So, woo! All right. Unless I sent Justin a bad invite.
What?
So I can hear you. It's good to talk to you. I haven't heard your voice for a while.
Yeah. How's it going?
It's going pretty good. How about you?
Living the dream.
I wanted to ask you about the quality. I've been, Justin was the one who first pushed me to get on Twitter, but I've noticed a serious drop in the quality of your tweets as of late. And I wanted to ask you about that.
What?
I'm making fun. I was saying that the quality of your tweets that are happening recently haven't been as good as the ones that you were actually tweeting.
I haven't paid attention.
Best.
There we go. All right. This is just like old days. So this is great.
Only half an hour in. That's like
did you guys see that the question I meant to have Elon loaded up so I could have him respond and interrupt things, but I fell so far behind on everything and it just didn't turn out. But this is the closest I got was this right here.
Mr. Dittman, could you share your thoughts on fudge rounds?
Of course, fudge rounds are really good.
So that's as far as I've got on the interactive AI version of Adrian Dittman and Fudge Rounds guy, who's going. He's Fudge Rounds guy is now the official Questlove of the show. He's going to be our Justin. Sorry, I'm rambling.
So you can hear me, right?
I can hear you now. So how are you doing?
I'm good. How do I look? Do I look good?
You're very handsome, Justin.
Well, I mean, like the pixelation. I'm worried I didn't click.
How
the
do
right
you
setting.
look at people?
with disdain and disgust. I couldn't hear Adrian Dittman talking.
You could.
Yeah,
Well, you have to hear. You have to get him on the YouTube bit because it's out of the mix from the video. So
okay, so I can't hear him live. So chat, what I need from you is to tell me if it's funny or not, so I can laugh.
Yeah, it's funny because I'm just playing stuff that you guys can't hear. The reaction is there's no reaction, so it's pretty goofy.
Yeah, you have to make up for the fact that we can't hear the comedy. You have to scream. I want to hear you. My pockets are full of like trash. Okay.
I'm glad Chuds is here because now whenever
I am too.
Yeah, it's great to hear him.
What's up, Chuds?
So,
Not much.
Where are you mainly now? Are you mainly on Blue Sky?
I'm mainly nowhere.
yeah,
Oh, you're so lucky, and I'm proud of you.
Yeah. I've been trying to stave off the bleeding of the account, but like I think sometimes I do more harm than actual help because the
Maybe that's a good thing.
Yeah, but I've noticed that you're very terse and to the point, and I'm so verbose and my like writing a thesis. So
You should start doing screenshots of your notes.
it's so
and posting
crazy.
that.
Yeah, it's so funny.
I feel like I'm like now. So you know how like there's new Twitter competitors now. There's Blue Sky, there's Threads, and they're all kind of popping. I think the idea that a lot of us had was, they'd make up one of these competitors and people would just migrate over there. But what's happening is that people are just like triple posting now. So it's like, I think someone made the calculation that the content creators on here that basically work for free, they had a lot more to give. So they just made 2 other apps where we could just like donate our labor and produce content. So I feel like nothing's been solved for us, but actually we're just losing more time and we're getting more addicted.
Yeah,
There's apps that will multi-post for you on certain websites.
But that also feels like that I'm getting deeper into an addiction. If I go that far to download a thing that can post.
Yeah,
for
but it
me.
means you don't at least have to post to 3 different places.
Yeah, that's
and you
true.
can ignore any responses too, probably.
Okay.
I've noticed
Maybe
that since Chuds has been gone on both sides for a while now, but he blew up on Blue Sky. He's got like 30,000 followers there, and like I think
Panther.
Is Panther here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard Panther.
No,
I definitely heard Panther.
she's probably having the same problem that I've really screwed up this conversation as always.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
Okay. Panther, if you're trying to join, take off whatever, there's a line that says push, and it basically assigns you a slot, and the thing, just take off the push equals guest or push equals host, and you should be able to get in here. It'd be good to have a wider range of voices. So yeah, Chuds, I saw him come back, and I didn't even realize he was on. He came back on Blue Sky, but he posted the picture of the hawk. That looked like a really cool experience, the red-tailed hawk.
Mm-hmm.
Chuds, are you tired?
Always.
What are you tired about or of?
Life.
Yeah.
You know. Day-to-day routine.
Yeah. I missed you, Chuds. I actually we had some good times. We were trying to do all of our podcasts together, and we'd always have the same kind of blunders, but not to the extent that going live has provided us. So
yeah, we opened up a whole new level of fucking things up.
And Emo Dragon, you guys both probably follow Emo Dragon. He was on our Discord for a while, but he disappeared. I wondered if I chased him off with my verbosity. He should come back, hang out with us.
Oh yeah, Emo's the best. One of the nicest people I've ever met online. Yeah,
he's awesome. And I also invited. I got Spooky Girl Cassie Opia. I don't know if you guys. She interacts with Southpaw.
I've seen her around. Yeah, I've seen her around, and she joined the Discord recently, right?
Yeah, she does a lot of anti-billionaire stuff, and also she's.
I
always
love it.
talking, huh?
I love it.
Yeah, so
I'm on that kick right now too. I'm just totally exclusively just being bigoted to billionaires.
It seems like it's getting I thought it was bad like last year, but it seems like it's like all in our face now that's all that they're actually being more overt about running the show.
Well, at least the things are becoming clearer. You know, the idea that billionaires could be on your team at all, like that idea is fading fast for a lot of people.
Yeah, but I think the issue is that you really have to be tapped into knowing like the full details. Like I think Elon he did so much PR management and like promoting himself as a super genius that it's still stuck in the people who don't follow him on Twitter and don't really read the news stories. They still think that he's some kind of super genius.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't realize that he's a Nazi.
Yeah.
Like it's a bad situation. I think, you know, not to kick things off in a horrifying way immediately, but I just feel like we're counting down the days until things get really fucking psychotic and get really tough. And I feel like I'm not prepared at all. And I don't think anybody really is. Maybe there's people like hiding in a bunker already, but like I think for the most part, people are like just trying to get to the day to day. And right now out here in LA, we're running from fires, so kind of distracted.
Yeah, how is the bunker in your multi-story mansion? I'm on my way to becoming a billionaire. Yeah, I'm going to be the king of North Hollywood. Man, I'll tell you what. Lives in LA is rich, don't you know?
That's what I've been hearing recently, but I think people are just like saying shit online. You know, I see a lot of people getting bent out of shape about that, but I don't think that's like the prevailing idea that like there's no normal people that live in Los Angeles. I think one of the most populated cities in the country. I think most people get it.
Seem to not even realize how big it actually is. It's like, or how big America is for that matter.
Yeah, it's so funny. All these like the people that say that kind of shit, like how fuck those people in LA, like for all like the talk of patriotism and shit, there's a lot of people that are really into patriotism that hate every spot in America that isn't like their street.
We were talking
patriotic, but like you hate 95% of the country.
Chesley was talking about the Chase Bank that was on fire that they were, I guess, protecting from looters. And it reminded me of like, have you seen like some of these blue checks talk about how they're up on their roofs and they're like, it's so strange because they're such weirdos. They're talking about protecting, their property. And like, you look at their profile and it's like, radical nationalist and raw milk nutritionist. They're like the biggest freaks, and they're doing like, it's like, the problem is like social media encourages that. Like if you have this kookiness, historically you'd be ostracized for that, but social media gives everybody a home for their weirdness and makes them feel like, oh, now I can express the fact that I like to wear adult diapers and shit my pants in public. It's like, it's really messed up. There are some good positive elements of social media, but it seems to me that a lot of the negative elements far outweigh them at this point.
Well, it's because we have no control over it. Like the entirety of online media, not online media, social media, is entirely run by like a handful of billionaires, and it's like they can curate things to their interests. And I think that's the result of what you're seeing. And maybe there was something inherent to like people having an anonymity and being fighty online, but like it's certainly exacerbated.
Interests are diaper play?
Definitely, that guy's goes. Look, if you're in a diaper play,
Yeah, I didn't mean that.
Weird, but
yeah, it's whatever. I didn't mean to disparage the diaper wearing community. Yeah. They're okay in my book. Better than billionaires. So
true. I have a technical question for you because I just love derailing this with technical shit. On the Video Ninja software that we're using, I can't see you guys. I can see me, so I got a full screen me, and that's a little odd.
I think you can click. There's a box there you can click, and it profiles. There's like in the right hand corner of the screen. There's a little crosshair, and if you click it, it will make.
I gotta put you in the crosshairs.
Yes, put me in the crosshairs.
Okay, wait. I see. Don't see it. I see there's a square that says not visible, and it has all of you listed.
Really?
Yeah. Chuds, can you see us in the app?
I'm not in the app. I'm on the website, and now I have no idea.
I mean website, yeah. Who else? Let me ask. Adrian, can you see everybody? Fudge Rounds guy, can you see everybody? I can see us on the stream. I just can't see us in the app.
To have a new opportunity to dive into. It's really what I've been wanting to do for a long time. I've just been so terrified of the idea of doing it, but here I am. Like there's no going back now, I guess. So,
can you you can't see open up YouTube?
I can see on YouTube, but it's not live. There's a delay.
Yeah, it's the delay. We got the delay going. And Emo Dragon, yeah, I'll send you the Discord invite back.
It's fine. I'll just stare at chat. What's up, chat?
We got Brian B, another BB.
Brian.
I mentioned my dorky.
One of the least evil BBs.
BBs, yes. All the other BBs are good.
There's one that kind of stands out as pretty. It's kind of like weighing down the average.
Yeah, the BB. Yeah, Chuds is quiet. Brian is our official. He identifies the problems with the quality of the audio in the stream every week. Yeah. He's our audio guy, so he'll tell us.
Let us know what's up, Brian.
I don't know if I can. Maybe I can. I can probably boost Chuds on my end. Let's see if I can boost Chuds on my end. That's probably the one thing I can do here.
Brian, here's a puzzle for you to solve. I can't see everybody else in the browser that we're using. I can only see myself, and I can't hear anybody except Terminal and Chuds.
Yeah. Can you do me a favor and send me the stream link to the YouTube channel so I can at least see chat and see if this runs in the background? My phone.
You want the link to the live stream?
Yeah.
Okay. There's the link. Yeah, I'm sure the problems are always on my end. It seems like I turned Chudsy up on through Video Ninja. We're trying to do this on a budget because, I just
budget zero.
Yeah, Can everybody see? Look at this. Check this out. I'm gonna switch. If you're on YouTube, you can see this. You can see the cat. You can see Squatchberg here. He's actually on the stream. So
Where did you send the link?
on the Discord, and I can send it to you privately.
Yeah.
Sorry.
A Human says Chuds is 6 dB too quiet.
Yeah,
It sounds good now.
I
Have you
turned
tried screaming, Chuds? I was in a band in high school, and we didn't have a PA system that was strong enough to like lift the vocals over the instruments in the room because we were just broke high school kids. And the drummer who owned all the equipment was just like, just scream into the microphone louder as a singer.
Yes, I wanted to mention that I wanted to have Judsley on, even though he's a voice. So this could be like just like the Adrian Dittman and Elon Musk conversation where people are like, they're the same person. I could have cloned Chuds' voice and pretended that I'm not actually Chuds of TikTok. But
what you should do is you should clone all of our voices and then never invite us on again and just have avatars of us and talk to us for 8 hours straight every single day.
I'm trying to do that with Fudge Your Own Guy and Adrian Dittman.
You do it without the cameras rolling, though.
Yeah.
You just do it out of loneliness.
John is here. Need that Fudge Your Own sponsorship to come through in a big way.
Oh, what's up, John? My buddy John Keogh. We met in college.
Oh, John's on our Discord too, right?
Yeah.
John Boy. John Boy on Discord?
That's John Boy. Another JB. JBs are better than BBs.
Yeah, we got, dude, what's up with all the JBs and BBs?
That's a good question.
It's crazy. We all gravitate to each other.
Mm-hmm.
What properties JBs have that BBs don't?
JBs are really hot and tall and extremely intelligent, from what I've observed.
Speaking of that, A Human was complimenting you on stream.
Oh, thanks, A Human.
Let's read exactly what A Human said, just so you can be completely flat. I'm going to read it out. A Human said, he also said that your video, I don't know if you saw it, but I played your fast car.
I heard Tracy Chapman.
Yeah, I played your fast car for you. So I was going to say that I did it because Panther's like, I love Panther. She's like one of my dearest friends. She DM'd me the other day and she's like, your show needs to share new videos every week. You should be sharing your music. You should be doing this and that. And I love the initiative because like I get demotivated pretty easy and I'm like, oh, do I want to do this? But I really do enjoy it when I do it. I'm a person who kind of avoids social situations, but when I do engage, it's like I get a lot of positive endorphins and it actually makes me feel healthier than I normally do. So I love the fact that she's taking an active role and telling me what I need to do. She's kicking my ass. And then I mentioned to Incubator that Panther was doing that. And she's like, I do that all the time and you don't ever praise me. So A Human said, let's go back. Where is it? I want to find it. It was very flattering. Justin gets a lot of action online. So I remember that post where we when we were doing the Media Demons thing, somebody's like, not gonna lie, you're low-key cute, man. So
you still got it.
Yeah, you do. But you're on your way out though. After 40, it's all the way down.
I'm anticipating the tires just fall off the car parked.
Emo Dragon was in 2 different pop punk bands in college.
Really? Well, did you play? Did you sing?
Ema's a musician. I know that
I know you're into pop punk. I didn't know you played. He was playing synth. He was on the synth. He was on the kazoo.
There's actually a video of me on YouTube playing keyboards for a band from like 2003. It was actually my roommate. He had a little like gothy band, but it was kind of like a industrial tech band. And he was all like anti-corporate. The song is all about how corporations are evil. And this is like in 2003. So he was way ahead of the curve, but I'm in the background of this playing keyboards and I'm like a little raver kitty. I've got like these baggy pants on and a backpack. And I'm wearing a Boards of Canada t-shirt in it. And this is on YouTube. So someday I will reveal this video to people.
That's okay. All right. First thing. Yes. Great idea. We should just do it like a old videos stream. Let's show some old stuff that's embarrassing. Thing 2, I think it's just you on the live.
Oh, sorry.
Just you and Digby
I'm
wide.
very- so, and maybe I should get rid of Fudge Round Guy for now, because the whole plan was I'm working on rotoscoping out Dittman and having these responses that I can just queue up so he can say yes or no, and he can say stupid things when I just press a button.
Like a soundboard.
Yeah, I was soundboarding him, but I got delayed. Like sometimes I get like terrible anxiety and I'm like, I can't focus on work. And so I have to go fuel my anxiety. So I've been playing this video game that I consider to be the greatest video game of all times. And it's called Brotato. And you play a little potato and you just run around the screen. It's like,
You've been playing it a lot recently, haven't you?
Yeah,
Some screenshots.
yeah. It's super addictive. It's got like all of the elements that I think make a great video game. It's got like tiered weapons, and it's got it's just like a game that's blown my mind, because as a kid, video games were like my life. That's all that I did was play video games, and it kind of never left me. So when I have anxiety, I revert to doing these weird compulsive things. Like I have a hard time. I bought Cyberpunk 2077. And I couldn't get into it. It just seemed like I was watching a movie and I'm just clicking a button to go through it. But like I play this Brotato game and it's like just like has all the elements of vintage video games. So I would say that
I like when you say Brotato.
Brotato.
Yeah, you say it with such confidence.
The thing about Brotato is it doesn't even look like a potato. It looks like an egg. But the cool thing also is that there's a beanie that you can get, and you put the beanie on and then your little egg is running around, and he looks just like Tim Pool.
Oh, he have beanie unlocks?
Yeah.
We should watch that video. That's the video that I want to see.
Yeah. I do have a new Elon Musk video that I was going to share.
Oh, okay.
So,
I don't want to see that too. Oh, is this an exclusive release? Like, is this the first time? Premiere?
I don't think I shared this on the Discord. I think I shared it with you.
Did you?
I shared this with you and Levi, Little Tech.
Oh, okay.
We were going to do something. It's still not finished, and it's probably like too late to do, anything with, but I can share that when we want. Yeah. Pantha and I are like, we're gaming buddies. Pantha and I, we have the same kind of compulsions. She and I would spend hours collecting loot in World of Warcraft together, just running around and hanging out and talking about life. So,
oh man, I was pre-World of Warcraft. I was EverQuest. You must know about EverQuest. You're a little bit older than me.
Pantha and I both connected. We're even further than that. We go back to Ultima Online. Her dad was an Ultima Online player. So Pantha's not that old. Pantha's only like 22, 23. She's young. Yeah, she
sounds younger.
She's younger than 20. Yeah, I mean, she could be.
14,
I could
13, 12, maybe.
So I can share that video. I also, Pantha wanted me to share some music too. I have I found an old, like one of the last songs that I wrote before I started making videos, and it's not quite finished yet, but it's all about it's anti-billionaire, about sending him in space and whatnot. But it's a cool song. It's like pretty long, so I could share that. Ultima was rad. I totally am disconnected from having a conversation. I read the comments, and as soon as I see a thought, I'm like, oh, I'm going to respond to that. So I stop myself from talking. Chud's disappeared.
Yeah, he got bored. He dipped. He was like,
I miss him. I wanted to hang out with him. I wanted to hang out with him.
He'll probably be back. I think he was trying to reconnect something.
Oh yeah, that's right. I sent him the.
It's so cool. I love looking at the chat and seeing all my friends' names.
Yeah, it's great that Emo's here. Emo's popped in a couple of times. So, well, like I was hoping that Justin and I've talked about this a lot, that I don't necessarily want to have attention focused on me. And I even though it's named TERMCAST, that's just a joke about TIMcast. I would like to build something that is more of a community-based thing where we're all helping each other build, work on our projects together and building something bigger than our own little individual things. So whatever we can do to help out people like Emo Dragon. Anytime I see his stuff, I try to boost it if I can. So unlike Justin's stuff, sometimes I read his tweets and I'm like, man, what is this guy thinking?
You usually report me.
I love the tweet about, so you want to be a billionaire? Do you even rape, bro? It was so goofy.
I was workshopping that with John
I love that one. That made me laugh so much. So, and then I think you had a follow-up one that was very similar to it too.
I'm really just like, since the fires started. I mean, I think since Trump won and now that the fires started, I'm just like, these fucking billionaires are gonna kill us. Like, it has to be like there's no time left. There's no time to be cute and like to not go as hard as possible and to not like be as expressive as possible. Like the time to, the time for like polite society is kind of donezo because I don't know, but like, bro, like imagine if the fire is this bad now, imagine in 10 years, we just keep extracting every drop of oil out of the ground and pumping that shit into the sky and cooking the planet. Like,
yeah.
Like, yeah, we gotta do something soon.
This is what happens when DEI takes over, but they've got rid of DEI, so I'm hoping these fires subside. We'll see a return to better times once they.
It was so crazy seeing that, and like across every social media, people not everybody, of course, but there's like enough influencers and that are putting this a message out there that it's like, oh yeah, the reason LA is burning is because like there's like a woman who runs the fire department.
Yeah, they were like giving the mayor a hard time.
I mean, don't get me wrong, fuck the mayor, but like that's the consistent thing in Los. Like, there's two cities where you always get to say fuck the mayor, and it's LA and New York. So like that's just part of the culture, and the mayor usually sucks. But it's not because this is like the one time it's a woman, right? It's not because of that.
Yeah. Well, you and I and Chesley talked. When we were doing the Media Demons podcast, we were talking about the bridge. Remember when they blamed the bridge?
The DEI bridge?
Yeah, they blamed it on the guy who like won the election by like 76%, and they were saying he was a DEI hire. It's like
ridiculous. Yeah, people are fucking
crazy.
Stupid. Yeah.
So go ahead.
No, I could go off for an hour, but I'm sure everybody has the same thoughts in their minds, so I don't need to repeat them.
Well, I think Digby had some words he wanted to talk to you.
What do you think?
I don't think billionaires are all that bad.
I think it's time for you to be decommissioned, my friend.
Why?
Because we, man, don't test me right now, Digby. Don't test me right now, Digby.
Actually, I think
this reminds me too much of Warmbo.
Dude, I love Warmbo.
No, don't say that around Digby. He's very sensitive.
I'm not Wombo. I'm more of a Homestar Warner guy. Anyways, I did want to say that most billionaires are bad, but not Elon. He's one of the good ones.
Oh, please stop, Digby.
Some people were saying that I'm not actually automated, that I'm controlled remotely. So I kind of relate to, those Tesla bots.
Wait, was it like somebody operating them like in a different country or something? I heard.
Yeah, the robots weren't even autonomous like I am. I'm fully autonomous and also fully functional like Data.
All right.
Whoa.
All right. Did Panther get the fully functional reference?
Yeah, Digby, no.
He's not supposed to be that way. He's not supposed to,
pan that camera up.
He's supposed to be. He's supposed to be, the innocent and kind and all that.
No, Digby. He's feeling stressed too. So, Panther, what's up? How are you?
I'm chill. Just an hour late. That's all.
It's par for the course.
We could have postponed the stream because I really wanted to have my Elon Musk AI guy going on, but like I said, I couldn't finish it in time. I waited to the last moment. I was playing too much Brotato. So
Terminal and I had a big conversation a few nights ago where I was like trying to convince him to just stream no matter how busted the stream is and just keep it moving.
I can't express it like you three here, Justin and Chesley and Panther. You guys are the ones that really convinced me to do this ridiculous thing and try to bring us all together here. So I mean, I love all three of you because without you, I wouldn't ever do anything this insane. So
I'm still waiting for you to go to a Trump rally as a term pool, but
It's that was a watershed moment when you suggested that, and then I was like, I'm going to do the Tim Pool thing, and it was like 130 degrees on the day that he did come. Like the first time he didn't come, he just they were going to arrest him or something. I can't remember what happened, but the second time he came, it was like 130 degrees, and all the people were showing up, and they were having to be hauled away by the fire department. It was that hot. So I was like, I'm not going out there, because I'd have to wear a beanie and a fucking sweatshirt in 130 degrees. I was like, I'm not going to do that. No way I'm going to do that. Not even
anything for the bit.
Yeah. So,
I mean, it would be funny to just see the character just slowly melting down further and further throughout the day. But
the one of the real funny things was when Trump canceled the rally and went to the library, we started just interviewing people there and just talking to them, because I thought, well, we'll switch to do a different topic. We'll do the conservative banning of books, and I'll bring out the librarian. We'll talk to the librarian about how she should be the curator of this information. It shouldn't be DeSantis. You know, we shouldn't have some ding dong who's using it for a political end. What are those, like roach babies, or those isopods? What the heck are those?
Did you just see my picture?
Yes, I did.
For the first time? Those are parasite eggs on a microscope from a dog's butt.
Ew. Thank you for sharing that. So
We were getting T-shirts made.
So anyways, we were
store.
interviewing people at the library, and I asked this, I was probing this kid. That sounds very not appropriate.
Yeah.
especially after God's ass, I mean,
Yeah. Probing them for parasite eggs.
So I was asking this kid about whether he thought that, you know, there should be books that should be excluded. And he finally kind of woke up and he said, oh no, there's some books should not be in the hands of kids. It was clear that he had been in the right-wing pipeline, and he was talking about how books should be, you know, prohibited from being in the hands of kids and whatnot. And then after we concluded the interview, he was really excited about being recorded for this. And he's like, what is this going to be on? Where are you guys going to put this? And I said, well, we're just kind of practicing right now. We're not necessarily going to use this footage. And I said, but if we do decide to use it, can we use it? And he's like, yeah, as long as you don't put it on one of those leftist podcasts. And I was like, how did you know? How did he know? So
You have a look about you, I guess.
I was dressed up like Tim Pool, though. So, I mean, you would think that they would be like...
Tim Pool is a enlightened centrist.
Yeah, that's right. He's a fence sitter. And it's Turtle Time voiceovers. Welcome. It's good to see you again. Turtle Time was here for a couple of our streams.
So we got a Turtle Time on sometime.
Turtle Time is in Colorado, surrounded by MAGA. So we wish Turtle Time well. I'm in the same... Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, is that like a consistent theme for a lot of folks? Because I find like the people I connect with a lot online and in the Discord are like, I'm the only person in my town or the only person on my street that's not like totally magged out.
Incubator got totally paranoid before the election happened, and she's like, I gotta go. She, like, the couple days before the election, she went and she started canvassing, going to door to door. So she went up to the DNC place to get a list of people to who would be likely to be encouraged to go out and vote or whatever. And she got a list of all the people in our neighborhood, and we're the only people who are not registered Republicans. Like, there's one girl in our neighborhood. It's all just old people and racist. Sucks. So probably is a theme.
Yes, Brian's only lived in liberal enclaves.
Really?
Colorado. I guess Colorado, it depends on where you are, I guess, right? It's like every state is like 60.
Colorado is some solidly working class liberal roots, for sure.
Yeah, but so does like Massachusetts, and they always elect the Republican governors and stuff all the time.
Yeah. So, oh shit, I was going to say something. A Human says happy Monday from down under. A Human and Tomcat both are Aussie regular viewers. They're also people from the future when you think about it. They're like almost a full day ahead of us.
Yeah,
so we
tell
need
us how tomorrow's going.
We need to figure out how we can cash in on this. having friends who are in the future.
What are they on the East
Excuse
Coast?
me.
What are they, East Coast Australians?
We had this conversation last night. One is in Sydney and one is in Melbourne. So when they instantly learned that, they were at each other's throats because of the rivalry between Sydney and Melbourne. No, we had a fun conversation. Partly why I didn't finish my Adrian Dittman was I was so consumed with talking to Tom and a human. It was a good conversation.
Brian, we have to talk about Boston more. I just see you mentioned you've lived in Denver, Boston, and Oakland. We got to talk about Boston more. We got to have an entire Boston podcast.
Partly why I'm convinced that partly why the reason I'm so radicalized, like in high school, I was like reading about communism and everything, is because Arizona is such a conservative state that it radicalized me, just hearing all of the propaganda and knowing that it didn't correlate with reality. Like the idea that we live in a meritocracy or whatever. I was like, no, this isn't happening. So I became more and more radicalized. And as Arizona became more and more conservative, it pushed me in the direction that I am now, where I'm just like, whereas I think if I grew up in a more liberal place, I probably would be less concerned about politics. So.
I agree with that. I think growing up where I did too, same way. And then moving to the Bay Area, when I was in the Bay Area, it was total opposite.
Yeah, you don't, if you feel like you're in a space where you're in a community, if you feel like you have a community, you're less likely to be like, man, things need to change. If you don't feel like you have a community, then you're more likely to be radicalized, I think. And that was like, I lived among Mormons and far right Catholics. They were the only people around me. So I was like, I had to figure out something different. So
I think for me, it was interesting once I was actually in the Bay Area for a while, and I had some friends who had grown up, in California and they had always been in Democratic family, Democratic friends. They just couldn't believe when I told them how bad it was. And, right before Trump was elected, they were like, oh, that'll never happen. There's not enough people stupid enough to do this. I'm like, I grew up with them. Trust me, there are.
Yeah. Justin mentioned something in the Discord the other day about Justin always gets the giggles.
I was watching the stream and I was trying to make eye contact with Digby.
Yeah, I saw the AGM was talking about how Digby was looking at you.
Because if we just do this, it looks like we're staring at each other.
Yeah. Justin, you were talking about how the concept of sliding doors, how like sometimes one little thing can change the whole direction of your life.
Oh, and that movie concept is so good. I don't remember if the movie is good or not, but it's like, if you haven't seen the movie Sliding Doors, I'm obsessed with it. If you watch my channel at all, you can probably like understand why as soon as I explain it. But it's basically the concept of the movie is this lady is running to catch a train, and the moment she's running down the stairs, the movie goes into split screen, and it becomes like, here's the story of her life if she made that train. And here's the story of her life if she just missed those sliding doors, right? And so, like, if she gets on the train, she gets home early, and I think she catches her husband cheating on her, and then she like has an entire different life after that. And if she didn't get on the train, she would have gone home later and wouldn't have missed her husband cheating, and she would have had a different life with him, right? And it's showing like these two perspectives side by side. So I always think about this kind of thing. I think that's reflected in it's reflected in both of our channels. Terminal. I always think that oh my god, the Trump getting shot in the ear thing is like a big sliding doors moment where you can imagine how different the world would be if there was an inch difference. But yeah, I think people's lives are full of those things. They can kind of like send you down a totally different path.
Decade or so back when Malcolm Gladwell was being promoted on NPR, I was like, this is an interesting book. I'll go read it. So I read Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell, and he talks about this concept of how there are a number of factors around people's lives that determine their outcome. And like, let's say there were 20 factors that one significant thing could really derail you. He makes a point of talking about a tree or a seed in the woods, that there are 20 factors or so that are necessary for that seed to develop into the biggest and best tree that it could be, that any number of small incidences could totally derail that tree, like a bunny eating it, chewing on it when it's really little. So it's kind of like, it seems like a goofy concept, but it's partly where my political philosophy comes from, the idea that any one of us could be in a totally different situation if just a few factors were changed. Like Pantha and I, our college experience is drastically different because my dad worked at the college and I got a discount, and if you don't get a discount, really hard to go to college. So, right. Isn't that something that happened, Pantha? You cannot share it if you don't want to, but I constantly think that you're as smart or smarter than me, but I have college degrees, which sucks because it's a way of making me seem like my viewpoints are better because I've got a college degree and you don't. And I feel awkward about that. I don't like the fact that I have these things and you weren't able to do it solely because my dad worked at the university. It troubles me.
Yeah, I mean, I was living on my own senior year of high school, taking care of myself, but like I had no support. I had no, financial support for that.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And like your story about how you come from the Rust Belt where, your grandparents had a pretty decent life because of the differences in the way that we tax people and the differences that we allow corporations to operate. And you have seen the degradation of the working class, like firsthand. You too, when I think about your life, I think about how in real time, you can see how worse off each subsequent generation gets.
Yeah, my dad got screwed out of his Chrysler pension like 2 years prior to his retirement, which his father had. And, my grandfather's pension is probably more than my dad ever made and probably more than I'll ever make.
Yeah. So I guess Justin, do you have anything to? I'm trying to lead this conversation very awkwardly. I think it's time for Digby to interject with some comedy stylings, but I don't like pushing. Sorry, go ahead.
All I have to say is that's material conditions, and I think the way that our lives go and the way that even our personalities develop. Some of that's nature, some of that's who we grew up around, community. Everyone's kind of a composite person of the 5 people they're closest to, right? But also it's material conditions. Like, if your life had gone a different direction, you might be in a totally different person, a different state. You might be married to somebody different. You might have a bunch of kids, or you might have none, right? It all depends on like the things around you. And I wish more people could understand that, and because I think we'd be able to give each other a little bit more breathing room and stop being a little bit less jerky to each other if we stop believing that, like, so much in personal responsibility, when the fact is, like, a lot of us are just like an equation of all the things that we've experienced, and we don't really have much control of it. I don't know if I believe in free will or not because of that.
I totally don't believe in free will. And I'm like, that's kind of what I went to school for, was studying philosophy. So I have the degree to prove that free will doesn't exist.
You've read some Robert Sapolsky.
Yeah. That's the thing, is like, it's funny that like Pantha would forward me these things from, I think Richard Sapolsky or whoever. He wrote this book about how free will doesn't exist. He's very notable biologist, I think. So he wrote this book, and she sent it to me, or like sent me the information about his lecture like 2 years ago. And then all of the friends that I have who like graduated from college, they catch on later. So I'm like, Pantha is like, it's just, I wish that everybody had the same opportunities. That, not that my opportunities were great, but at a minimum, the ability to go to school and not have it, put you into bankruptcy.
On a lighter note, have you ever told the guys about how you're able to distinguish somebody's what kind of a professor they are based on their hairstyle because of Robert Sapolsky?
What?
One of our conversations was about how I determined that I can tell an academic what field they're in, whether they're a physicist, a biologist, or was it a chemist? I think it's chemistry. That the biologists always have beards, and because they're kind of the guys that go out into the field, and the physicists, they're the ones that always shave their faces, and the chemists are the ones with the mustaches. So Justin disappeared. Brian, I can send you an invite if you want to hop on. Give me a second. Somebody's got to keep the conversation going here, though.
No.
No.
Chesley just says no. I like that response.
Like, we can go with the awkward silence for a bit. Why not?
Chesley, I've missed you, man. I'm glad
I've been here.
No, I mean, I missed you in general. I mean, it's like, it seems like you're more distant. So I just want to let you know that I missed you.
I mean, yeah.
I hope things are going well.
Things are fine. Time, money, etc. Trying to enjoy what I can. I mean, most of my free time is the middle of the night, which is fine for having conversations with you guys. But problem is like the wife's sleeping and the dogs are sleeping, and it's like, I'm not gonna deal with all that.
Did you ever get your other room finished? I know that when we were working the podcast, it's still not finished.
Still not finished. Don't worry about it. We'll die with it unfinished. It's okay.
I'm going to say in a moment of solidarity that I've got the same thing going on. I've got a drywall project in the hall that has been not finished for probably a year now. I had to go into the attic and remove all the duct work because we put a new heat pump or whatever on the roof. And so I tore out all the duct work, and then it had a lower ceiling, and I pulled that out so we could raise it. And I've actually finished the drywall portion, but I still have to do all the joint compound and stuff like that. So
I mean,
solidarity
I had the free time to do all that. And I mean, I do have free time, but it's not like
sometimes you just want to spend your free time doing something that takes your brain out of reality. Like I was mentioning earlier that I'm playing that stupid Brotato game because it just it reduces some of the anxieties and compulsions I have, and it kind of is relaxing to be in. Just it focuses your brain in a certain way. I guess we all have these problems with.
What is Brotato? I mean, now you have to explain it.
It's a procedurally. I don't know if it's procedurally generated, but it's like a horde-based game where it's like the classic game what was the game by Williams? Robotron, where you just have a little guy in bullet hell where you're running around, but it has tiered items. So you progress, your character gets stronger as you go. It's like got this element that like a lot of MMORPGs have, where you get the purple item and it's really good, or the red item and it's like even better. So you have these tiered items, and it's just, I can't believe that I'm playing this game so much. Yeah, it's not procedure. Yeah, the waves are set, and so it's got this thing where it's like pattern recognition. You have to know these patterns that come in and sweep, and you have to know how to build your character up in a way that you can defeat these waves and whatnot. It's like such a simple idea, but it has so many elements that resonate with like classic gaming. Like one of the favorite games that I had was when I was a kid was Galaga, where it's like Space Invaders, where the things come down, and Brotato has this element where you have these sweeping things around you. It's just, if you've got like an autistic brain, this game is like totally designed to lure you in.
So what you're saying though is because you like those game elements that we're going to all get the next Borderlands game and stream that while we have conversations?
I'd be up for a game stream. We got a lot of people here who play games and stuff.
I mean,
so
yeah, I still have No Man's Sky. We could play that together at any point in time.
I got to invite Brian here. Brian wants to come in and talk about Brotato.
Local Brotato.
Have you tried out Marvel Rivals or stuff like that? I think you can crossplay on that. I'm not sure if you can party up with crossplay.
I haven't, but like I'm honestly like not as good as I used to be. My reflexes are slow, and I'm constantly intoxicated, so I'm not sure I would be good on a team. Let me get Brian in here.
I mean, for some games that's perfect.
Let's see.
I have like no time for games anymore. It's depressing. I was already on a pretty lean diet of games. I'd pick like one game a year and just play that all year. But now it's like down to 0. Having a baby, it's like I don't know how anybody has time for anything.
Yeah. I was gonna offer to trade you a new laptop for your PS5, Justin. Because I got an extra new laptop lying around. It's not.
Would you? Would you?
Yeah, I'd consider it, but I don't know. It's a laptop that
DM.
I used. Huh?
Let's DM.
Okay. I am Brian B. In case you never made the connection. Yes, I know that Toasted Zergling is Brian B. I knew that. But we also have BB in Canada, and we have BB, PP, Pantha. So we have. It's just a BBs and JBs. I wish Chudsley was.
Have you ever considered? I don't know what your real name is, Chudge, but have you ever considered changing your real name to the initials JB or BB?
Mm-hmm.
No, I've never considered that.
I'd give it a shot, man. Sit with it.
You will be embraced even more by our community if you do that.
Yeah. It's really a community thing. If you want to be a part of the community, maybe consider it. If you don't want to be a part of the community, maybe don't.
I mean, I don't really want to be a part of the community. It's okay.
And Brian, if you can add ampersand bitrate equals 10,000 if you need to improve your quality of your stream. So
I forgot to click that button, so I don't know how my quality.
You've been like pretty slick these days. I think burning down all those houses around you is like decreased the internet traffic around you. So
that is true.
Yeah, really thinning out the herd. Yeah.
You're like totally perfect. There's a lot of times you will stutter and whatnot. So
yeah, that's just my way of speaking.
So
the audio has been great this stream, I think.
Yeah, because I haven't been switching between scenes, so I could do that. I've got this one scene here. Let's see if we do this. So, Justin, why don't you and Pantha say something?
Hey, Pantha.
So
we're just gonna say something now.
So there we go. I think that would double up your voice on the stream. So partly.
Oh, okay.
I put you on the double thing. I also have like OBS allows for VST effects. I was going to put pitch shifting on your guys' voice and make you chipmunks or so.
Thanks. Well, what I need a backdrop that
we don't
matches
need
yours.
More Ben Shapiro's.
No, I really need a backdrop that matches yours so I can do the in-app fake green screen and use your background.
Maybe we can make that part of the PS5 trade. I can give you a green screen and a laptop upgrade.
Yeah, let's talk about it. No, I mean, no, it doesn't. You can use the in-app green screen. It doesn't have to be the real one.
Yeah, but it's not really good. The in-app one. But I could. I don't know.
Last stream I had double voice the entire time. I don't think it matters if the green screen's a little choppy.
Brian, are you going to join us?
Brian, where you at?
Justin, did you know that Brian B is it's the opposite of that? Brian, he's asking if the password is I love Elon. So we changed it.
It took me a minute to figure out what the password was, but then I was like, oh wait, my entire life philosophy, my mantra. That's what it is. Yeah.
All right, I'm going to before Brian gets on and grills me about potato, I'm going to share a video. So
all right, let's see it.
Let's go.
I can maybe hear it.
Oh, is it true that no? You'll be able to see it
I can see it on the YouTube stream.
No, you'll be able to see it here.
I can see only myself. Still,
no,
nobody else is visible. All right. Whatever.
Oh, really? You can't click the.
I've been staring at myself the entire time.
You like that though, especially with all the flowers you're getting from a human. So. All right, so here we go.
I'm gonna smolder.
So can you see this, Justin? Do you see?
I can only see me.
Oh, yeah. We've been over this.
Oh man, what about you?
I can only see me as well.
Oh, what did I do? What's going on here? I don't understand. You guys can't see the shared thing then. So how's this going to work?
I can see Adrian's handle now on the YouTube stream. That's funny.
What did I do that is not Okay, so I've highlighted Justin. I'm gonna
It just says not visible to everyone on
Yeah,
mine.
yeah. That's what it's mine. Mine's the same. Not visible. A list of everybody and not visible.
Let me see here.
Don't tweak it too much.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that it's working on YouTube is probably the best, but I can't believe you guys can't see anything.
Okay,
Every
just play
week
it.
it's
You can just pretend.
all right.
I'm gonna laugh. Chuds, we gotta laugh all the way through it, even though we can't see it. Okay.
Just give us some kind of
yes, quite.
Wait, how long is the delay? I can just watch it on my laptop.
Absolute silence until we can watch it on the screen 5 minutes later.
Shoot.
Play it.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's sharing already. So, all right. There it is. I can't hear it.
This is the best.
Me either. It's okay.
CNN.
This is different than the original one, though. This is the one where he
Really?
talks. Yeah, it's a little different. So, Brian is how. Brian, can you see anybody, or is it messed up for you too?
I don't hear it on stream, by the way.
Oh, it's not playing the audio. All right.
Nothing's playing.
Okay.
So we're just looking at shots of Elon Musk.
Yeah, everybody
from different angles.
All right, so there we go.
Oh my God,
Brian,
Ocean House will blow up.
Can you say something? Can we hear Brian?
No.
I can see Brian on the.
His mic is muted on our side, on our list.
Can you unmute yourself? Can you check to see if you're muted, Brian?
Oh man.
It's all part of the show, baby.
Yeah, classic.
Computers were
Welcome to Technical Support 101.
How about now? I bet you.
Yes.
Oh,
so it wasn't on my end again.
No, yeah, this thing has you gotta
This
actually
time.
select all your audio sources manually. It doesn't auto detect the stuff. Yeah, but it's all good now.
All right.
Hello.
And can you see everybody, or is it just
Brian.
you?
I just see myself on the browser thing, but on YouTube I see everything. So I have
the
YouTube
hell?
open on the
We've
other
been
screen.
staring at ourselves the whole time. We're right there with you.
Yes.
I got a nice logo on my screen. It's okay.
I just see myself blown up. It's great. I'm a narcissist, so it's great. No,
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
I think that might be a constant among people who like to go on streams. It's just like the narcissist hour.
I'm going to try to boot some things from the stream here and see if I can. Anyways, even though you guys can't see each other, have a fun conversation here while I try to fix this.
I can watch the YouTube stream and I can see Brian, and I love that hat. You know I love that hat.
I love that too.
I can't see it, but great hat.
It's an amazing hat.
Chuds, I appreciate the enthusiasm regardless. You know, your icon, it's great too. That Q, it's great.
Chuds wears a hat that's just his icon.
I actually, the hat I wear to work every day is the John Brown hunting club or whatever hat.
Oh, the Hassan.
Has anybody figured
The
that
Hassan
out?
one, yeah.
Has anybody commented on your shirt?
Any Hassanabi heads at your job?
On what, the hat?
Yeah.
No. A bunch of cops too. So I'm sure they're not red enough.
I've worn this hat to work many times and have given serious business presentations in front of this with it. It's great.
To be fair, you work at an illegal walrus slaughtering. I don't know what.
A walleye farm. I'm a walleye
Walleye.
rancher.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you guys see? I guess the cat's sitting in front of
Panther,
me.
I thought your profile picture was coffee beans.
No, we've been over this. It's
I
parasite
know.
butts.
Just
It's
But I was like-
forbidden coffee beans.
But I do like how we have like the kitty butt very close to Digby's, and we might be able to get some more parasite butts out of there.
Well, I have a cat. I had it when I was younger. I had a cat, and it was sitting on my arm, and she's watching TV or whatever. And I looked down, and I saw a little white worm crawl out of its butt onto my arm.
Ew.
That's exactly what these are,
traumatizing.
tapeworms.
Tapeworm.
Oh my god! Just like a little inchworm coming.
You
out.
can get those too, so you don't eat that.
Did you say don't
Tempting
eat
as
that?
it is.
I'm
Fry
sure
those
that
up.
was his first thought.
You can fry. You can skewer those, fry them
He's
up.
probably like, "This is good fishing bait. Let me go catch me a bass."
I mean, let's take consider a tapeworm. You know, they're full of like all kinds of vitamins and minerals and food and stuff, right? Because they're just catching whatever whoever has the tapeworms eating. So it's probably like
Well,
pretty rich.
Do you want some actual tapeworm education?
Oh, I'm dying for some tapeworm
Just wait.
education, please.
The tapeworm misinformation podcast.
Please start your
Yeah.
dissertation on tapeworms.
So the tapeworms, the little white thing that you see wiggling around, is actually not the tapeworm itself. It's the tapeworm egg sac. It's just full of eggs, and it
Dangle
wiggles to
sac?
get away from the. Yeah, it's the egg sac.
How does
It's the actual sack
act
of
as,
eggs.
like a one creature though? Like, aren't every eggs individual little creatures, but they're moving as one worm together? That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, the egg sac wiggles to get away from the feces itself to get into the environment. And then once it's in the environment, it dries up, and then it has to be eaten by a flea. And then the flea has to be eaten by the animal to get infected with the tapeworm.
Oh, nature's amazing, huh? That's symbiosis.
Can you guys try to select to see if you can change the viewing of?
Oh my
anything?
god, terminal! We don't know how to do it.
There's a little.
This is not visible. It's like illegal. Cannot do it.
Man.
I don't know why. It must maybe there's some setting or something that when you start the stream.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have like a button to switch scenes or anything. I just have like screen share, unmute myself.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have anything for like go to the main scene.
I said straight up not visible. Don't even try it, bud. Is what it says.
Don't even think about clicking this button. You hear?
Yeah, go eat a tapeworm. Yeah, that's what it
Go
says.
eat.
Go eat a flea that has a tapeworm larva in it or something.
So are we gonna see this video already? Or are we still working?
It already
on this?
played. It already played.
I thought like we didn't get any audio. I thought we were gonna do a retry. Like I was
No,
waiting for that to happen so I could grill him on brotato over here. But like I've been waiting for my cue. Did I miss it? Oh my god.
No. You're gonna have to pretend you're watching a potato stream and comment on it.
Gotcha.
All right,
This
so
is
you're going to
acting.
ask me something about potato, Brian.
So I want to know, like, what are your like real skills over here? Like, you're talking about degenerating over here. You're talking about like you got a big game, but like, are you win streaking? Have you beaten every character on the highest difficulty level? Like, what are we talking here? Are you got the DLC? Are you got like the good builds? Can you go like all random, and still win streak off of this? What skill level are we really talking here?
No, I'm terrible. Partly because I'm like I'm pretty intoxicated while I'm playing the game.
Gotcha.
But I have beaten the game
Internally.
with
Currently.
I have
That's
done
not a bad idea.
5 on which one? One of the easier characters. I was trying to do one arm.
So you've only done like a couple levels. You're like at my level. Okay, so this is like, this is not
No.
acceptable.
I was trying for yesterday when I was consumed with anxiety. I was playing with the one armed, which is like really hard because it's just melee, and for level 5 it's really difficult. I didn't even start at 0 on him, but I was trying 5 and I couldn't do it. So,
it's all good. Did you get the DLC? Are you playing like the new shipwrecked one or whatever it's called?
no,
Like
I didn't pay.
They
attention.
have
make it to
walrus
platinum,
enemies. You
or
have to
are you
play
still
the
at gold?
walrus enemies.
Yeah, I did. I actually have watched some YouTube Brotato streams too. So I was like trying to get my game improved. So
Can you give yourself attributes when you build a character in that game?
Yeah,
Like,
you choose level ups.
See, I love that. I love games like that, but I never get past the introduction because I get so hung up on building the character that's like the most fun I have. Like it's the same thing with The Sims. Like I never like you build a character in the house, and I never played the game after. I just love trying on different shirts and stuff, different haircuts.
Have you guys played Inscription yet?
I haven't. I saw you playing it, and I mentioned it because the first game, Pony Island, was really cool. I like that one.
Yeah, I really liked it, but it was a little too fast, like a little too easy to get through it. Maybe because I kind of understood it, but it's also, the random card generator kind of things. You can wind up extremely overpowered on like your third playthrough, so it doesn't matter.
I got a copy of Monster Train. I wanted to give Pantha because Pantha's into the deck building games. Have you played Monster Train, Pantha?
No, I haven't played it. I haven't actually played a deck building game since
Slay the Spire.
Yeah, Slay the Spire.
I can read your brain.
You already know I spent too many hours in that one.
What's a deck building game like Magic the Gathering?
Yeah, sort of like the Warcraft game. What was the Warcraft game? Hearthstone. Tim Pool talks about Hearthstone a lot.
Does he? You're a daily listener of Tim Pool, aren't you?
I watch Chicken City to relax myself. I watch the Chicken City content.
Have you guys kept up on the latest Elon drama with him in Path of Exile?
No, what's going on?
Oh,
wait,
absolutely.
Yes.
Chuds, did you
I
see
heard
that on
about
Hassan?
this. Yeah.
So Elon's a total poser. That's all queued up.
He literally pays people to make like accounts for him.
Oh, totally. I know this. Yeah.
And he has no idea what he's talking about. Like it'd be like someone being like talking about Monopoly and being like, "Passing go is very important to collecting $200." You're just like, dude, like you're supposed to be the most advanced player in the world. Like, what are you talking about?
That's funny. Yeah, he was on the Fortnite stream that Pantha. I guess Hassan covered the Fortnite stream too, and Pantha hit me up when that was happening. And he was talking about playing games and how the best way to play games is when they're broken. You have a broken build. I was like, what the fuck? That's like the least fun is when your character is overpowered and it's like not enjoyable at all. Like that's not a gamer. If you enjoy playing a broken build and just going through and eliminating shit, that's not gaming.
Apparently, he had paid some people to get his Path of Exile character up to like 7th place on the ladder, and he had broken gear and everything was fucking ridiculously good, and he still didn't know what the fuck he was doing.
That's so embarrassing.
He's so sad. It's such. I mean, if he weren't such a fucking asshole,
I still liked that time he shared his Elden Ring set up, and it was just fucking stupid.
Yeah, I love how it like ruins his total credibility because it's like if he's this bullshit about video games when he's like, yeah, I totally hang out with my space engineers and we totally talk about rocket design and stuff. You know, he's totally full of shit on all of that as well too. Like, come on.
Yeah, the guy's the dumbest man alive. I mean, how are you gonna like run? Supposedly he's running like what 3, 4, 5 companies. And he's playing all these games, #1 in the world, but he's tweeting 280 times a day, too. Yeah. It's like
a day. You mean an hour?
I mean, pretty much replying to every single Nazi he can find. Yeah, he's not doing anything. The guy doesn't work. The guy never worked a fucking day in his life. Oh, my thumb is because my iPhone. I'm on my iPhone.
His job is just yelling at people to make his tweets more visible.
And again, I'd like to take a moment to shout out Tomcat is in the chat, and A Human are men from the future. Hey, Justin's got the thumb up fireworks.
Oh yeah, it's an iPhone thing. Every time you do an update.
Yeah. Justin, so when I was working trying to get the AI Adrian Dittman to interact with us on this stream that didn't come through this time, but I'd like to do this again and try to bring him on. I was watching the Deal Book New York Times interview where he says, if you're trying to blackmail me with money, go fuck yourselves. You know that video?
Yeah.
He talks about There's a moment in that video where he talks about how he has an idea for an electric jet that he's been thinking about for 10 years, and he just doesn't have time to bring it to fruition. And I was like, I can't believe that he said that in front of other people, that he himself has constructed an a jet that runs on electricity that can take off vertically. He just doesn't have the time to put it together. It's so crazy that he said, and that's exactly what he said in Iron Man, right? I've got this idea for an electric jet. Yeah. So, and he was saying it like in real time in front of a crowd of people. It's like, he's so embarrassing.
And he just says stuff too, and like it just disappears over time, and he's never like held accountable is such a stupid phrase, but like no one cares. Like he just like says like, oh yeah, we're not gonna what do you say, we're gonna put a person on Mars, like what was it, this year or last year? But it doesn't matter that he's a total failure. You know, he's saying how tunnels are better than public trains, and he's gonna save infrastructure, like driving infrastructure, by making a bunch of tunnels and shit, and never did anything. He built that, you know, he had a company that built a flamethrower that was supposed to do something, I don't know what, but he just gets away with it because he's rich. You know, we worship rich people like they're fucking gods in this country. They can just do and say whatever they want with no pushback. I'm saving free speech. It does absolutely nothing. Makes free speech worse. But if anything, by like allowing Nazis and like people who post child porn to like run rampant. But people are still, millions of people are just like, oh my God, he said he saved free speech, and then he did.
I think a lot of the people who like allowed him on X and whatnot, they want his attention. They just feel like, oh, if only he saw me, if he sees what I had to say, that I can be in the circle, like I can be the next cat turd. I think, and that's what's like so sad, is that we have a whole set of people, like a massive amount of people that just want to be the next cat turd or the next Ian Miles Chong. You know, they're just so desperate to be that guy. And when you think about those two dudes, it's like, oh my God, it's like not a cool person in his orbit. Like, I thought it was funny that a couple of days ago I saw that Gunther Eagleman was like, he had blocked Chudsley, this guy who's like, oh, I'm a look at me, I'm Gunther Eagleman, and then Chudsley, like whatever Chudsley said that totally made him block. It's like, you guys are they're so weak. It's startling.
Yeah, it's really embarrassing.
Part of what killed the Twitter account for me, which it technically isn't a problem anymore, but I've been away from it for so long that I really don't want to go back, is I was devastated not being able to see Jordan Peterson's tweets anymore. Because he tweets out the most ridiculous and dumbest things.
I think about the time that he posted what he thought was like the
Chinese
the
sperm melting,
milking factory,
and
video.
within like 20 minutes, I had found the fetish porn creator that the video was from.
Don't pretend you didn't already have a bookmark.
No. And I posted like, this is who the account's videos from, and it's some lady in like England, and she blocked me because she probably just got a shit ton of like inundations with friendly requests, non-connected.
So you're not going to come back to Twitter?
I don't know. Right now, no. Right now is.
How did you? I want to know. Sorry, how did you
get rid of the like dead children on the timeline every day, and maybe.
Yeah, how did you wean yourself off of it? Because for me, I think a lot of us. I know it is for me, but I'm probably not speaking just for myself. For a lot of people, it's an addiction. That's definitely. I see promise in social media, but I also know it's an addiction because when you're reaching for your phone every 5 seconds, like cigarettes, that's beyond a tool. You know, so how did you wean yourself off?
I don't know.
Thanks.
No, I do think
I'm like listening to less streams now too. Not even like that wasn't like recent. That wasn't like long time ago when I stopped doing like the Twitter account. That was more recent.
Yeah.
Because I've been just listening to less streams, even like political commentary and stuff like that. I'm just preferring the quiet, really.
Yeah.
I think that you can transfer, like if you have like some compulsions to do things, like if you feel compelled to pull out your phone and do whatever, you can transfer those over to other behaviors, like
like drinking.
Drinking is a good one, but like certain video games will have that same element where they give you those endorphin hits that you you might feel from tweeting and whatnot. So
yeah, absolutely. I mean, I was gonna say you just replace it with another addiction. I don't know what you're talking about. Because I mean that's what it is. My personality type, at least, just go from like one hyperfixation to another.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean you can't be doing multiple of those hyperfixations at a time. It's just that eventually one will overtake another one.
Okay, I think Brian has the right idea. I'm watching him do squats with a kettlebell. Maybe that's what I should be doing instead of tweeting.
Brian, you're not on Twitter?
Oh, Lord.
I had to do that with like such a time delay, like because there's such a lag. I've been doing squats for like 30 seconds. It's kind of a good workout, but I needed Justin to catch it.
Yeah.
Brian, are you on Twitter?
If I am, do not look at it. I never post on Twitter.
If I am, I'm
probably
never
like
telling
things.
you.
Yeah, don't go find things. I'm scared of my Twitter.
My dog wants more
I
attention.
feel like, I don't know, now that it's like all the social medias except for TikTok, but that's going away. All the social medias are like on Team Trump now, or on Team Billionaire at least.
Mhm.
I just feel like it's gonna be so easy to like for Elon to like queue up that search function and just find like every time that I said that he should go kill himself. And I'm actually a little bit worried about that. Like they could definitely like
thought police.
Well, they could definitely have like a spreadsheet full of like, you could, I don't know. There's definitely a way to like automate like who is like a high risk enemy or something, or with like the click of a button.
I joke
So,
about
like-
that every time in my group text friends. Like there's a 4 group person I have. I'm like, man, this chat they're not getting reported to the NSA. We're all in trouble.
Once I visited the Computer History Museum, they actually had one of the punch card machines from IBM that was actually used by the Nazis to try to track people. That's how they were so efficient, was they used the information at their fingertips like that. It's kind of crazy and creepy.
Yeah,
It
they
like
used
really
it.
hit home seeing the actual cards themselves from IBM.
I mean, that's big. That's big data back then.
Well, I'm doing my I'm helping out Chusley by not logging into the account with a VPN. So the account now traces back to me. So if they come after somebody, they're coming after me. So you're welcome, Chusley.
I mean, I used a VPN whenever I was doing it anyways. So
No, I don't use a VPN. So now,
yeah, I know.
Now I'm the guy that
Yeah.
they will go after. So
It would have led to somewhere in fucking like Ireland instead, but
and I'll probably get killed by a incubator for saying that and for doing that. But yeah.
Yeah, I use a VPN online for most things.
How about you, Justin?
Granted,
I should. It's too late now. Like, when we
granted, I
start-
mean, it's like your
start
phone is
now.
already tracking you regardless.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
not.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
If someone wants to find you, they're gonna find you. It's not.
Yeah, my hope is that like there's just so many people that it's just like, what are you gonna do? Like round up a third of the country that thinks like, Trump and Musk are the biggest fucking losers alive, or have radical
Please
thoughts.
send me somewhere else.
Yeah. I'm trying to get
assigned a social credit score of -10 and never get a job in the United States again. It'll be fine.
It's terminal mode, and I've talked about this a couple of times now. I am worried about like now that Musk is like in the driver's seat, he can just finally do like the making X WeChat essentially. He wants to do like everything through X, including like you pay for your stuff. Like you go to a grocery store and you have to scan your X account with your money in it, right? So like I am afraid that like I can't like go to Ralph's and buy like a 6-pack because I called Elon Musk a pedophile online and they just shut off my bank account. I am worried about that.
I don't think
Guys, I'm a little bit worried that there might actually be an AI right here in chat with us, listening and recording everything. Is there any way Digby could assuage my fears on that?
Get him, Digby.
Oh man, I don't. Let's see if you guys can't even see Digby though. That's the thing, right? So
he's right here.
No, he's on camera.
I thought you guys can't see anybody.
Well, I got
on
the
the
YouTube
stream.
on the other
Just
on
YouTube.
the
They're
screen.
on stream, yeah.
It's delayed, but
No, I have to. When I'm called, I'm like the WB frog. When I'm called to perform, I can't do it, but like I'll dance around. Digby's just been sitting here, it's taking up space, so that's kind of tragic.
he's just looking cute.
His silence makes me worried.
It's better than Adrian sitting over there. I got to admit.
Adrian Dittleman.
Justin, that's not the way it's going to work. Where they're going to deprive you of services when you try to buy your food at Ralph's with your X account. You have to actually go there and like say a bunch of racial slurs in order to get in the store.
Yeah. They send you a bonus if they record you saying enough racial slurs. The blue check. That's what a blue check is, right? How many slurs can you say? We're going to pay you.
I feel bad because there are some blue checks out there that I really like, and I
mean,
feel,
sure, but like
yeah, but I mean it's like I guess
they know what they signed up for. They know.
Yeah, it sucks though that this happened to people, that people invested so much time into the platform, and then this dick came in and he just basically spoiled it for them all.
Yeah, I mean, I had a paid account before Elon started because I could upload longer videos.
Yep, exactly. Same. Plus, it was only $3.
No, a couple bucks. Yeah, it wasn't that expensive.
So he said that he was going to, and I guess he pulled it back, that he was going to charge $8 for new accounts. Did you guys see that?
Yeah, I saw it. I just don't listen to him like that. I can't.
It would destroy his bot network. So.
No, there you go. I can't listen to these guys because I feel like that just like. I know how important, like I'm of two minds right now. I feel like in like a week's time when Trump is in and like everything's going to change in like terrifying ways that we know and that we don't know yet. So I'm really worried about that. At the same time, I can't fucking listen to these guys. I feel stupider every time they speak. If the sound of their voice enters my ear, I feel like a dumber person.
That's where we differ. Not with the feeling dumber listening to them. That's obvious.
Universal experience.
I feel like not much is going to change.
Really?
Not much is going to change for the short term. Long term is where most things are fucked. It's economically, typically. Like the damage from a Republican president doesn't come immediately. It comes years down the road by just them completely ruining social safety nets and stuff like that.
I would agree with you if it was normal Republican president. I think that Trump is more of like an Uncle Sam, George Washington figure for this country. And I mean that pejoratively. And I'm pretty worried about like how, I don't know, radical Elon Musk is in a really bad direction these days. And not just Musk, but all the people they surround themselves with and like this billionaire cabinet and shit. I think it's a little like, I think it's kind of a, we've had presidents in the past, but you didn't have like Zuckerberg running up to suck his dick, and try to like change his entire identity to fit to fit the Republican president. I think it's a different thing that's happening now, and I'm
I kind of agree with Chudsley over here. I feel like I'm seeing a lot of them circular fighting against each other a lot already. Like you've already seen like the Elon and the immigrant H-1B visa thing. Like I don't know. I have a feeling that they've been like fighting with each other so much. I don't know that they're going to radically be able to push through tons of radical change if they're like barely being able to agree on some basic stuff. But hopefully it's not too crazy. Hopefully it's mostly bluster. Hopefully when he says he's going to make all these wonderful new tariffs, it's going to mostly just be bluster rather than actual impact. But yeah, I don't know. I'm curious to see if they're actually being effective. It's like,
I mean, even then, it's just a slightly higher prices becoming more increasingly higher over time. It's not going to be immediately. Everything's going to jump up 100%. It's going to
Well,
be
just
gradual.
look how he was with the wall last time. There was a lot of bluster around. He's going to build the wall. I mean, what really came of that?
nothing. Yeah, exactly. I have a feeling it's more of the wall than like reality. Yeah, because I mean, like if I think about the first Trump administration, they like really didn't pass anything legislatively other than like tax breaks for the rich. That's like the only thing Republicans can agree on. Let's empower the rich. Like nothing else really went through. Like for all the Muslim bans and rhetoric, and none of it really stuck, as far as I know. Like, feel free to correct me, but I have a feeling it's going to be harder getting their ducks in a row than it appears.
I mean, the only reason they were able to get any kind of like quote unquote Muslim ban or just restriction on from people immigrating from certain countries, which is what it was because of COVID. So unless we have another national pandemic and things break down that way,
What?
which if that happens, we have bigger issues than what the president did legislatively during this time. But
Have you been following along and with what's going on with the egg prices in the Bay Area because of the bird flu?
I've heard a little bit about it.
Yeah, there's like a complete shortage of eggs in the Bay Area. There's like no eggs at all.
Trader Joe's is sold out of eggs by like 10 o'clock in the morning. It's brutal. You got to get there first thing. All right.
So is the bird flu now in like local California areas? Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's in California. It started in California, right?
Yeah.
Or like the first cases were found in California.
But it's decimated. They've had to cull so many of the flocks.
Yeah.
Yeah, the last time it really happened and we had that big like egg inflation, it didn't really affect our national supply.
Let me just say, I hope you guys are right that things won't be that bad. I don't share that view at all.
Yeah, I think Justin and I have like, if you've got a child,
I mean, a lot of the problem
really...
you have to deal with, Justin, is more of like people surrounding you. They're not going to get as much support to rebuild as they would if it was a Democrat president. Like,
yeah, and I'm worried. I'm worried about the. We talked about
you're
this
just
last
gonna have
stream.
him come over and throw paper towels at you or whatever.
Oh my God, Puerto Rico. Oh my God, so sick. I'm actually like I'm worried. I'm worried from the top down legal perspective. I'm worried like things like TikTok going away. Like that's just one thing, but like that's huge. That's like a devastation for a lot of people, not just like entertainment purposes, but also like economically. But there's so many things that are coming down the pipe that I'm worried about. But I'm also worried culturally because, already we're seeing like an uptick of like this like toxic, horrifying masculinity and white supremacy shit rearing its head in a big way. And like we just got that story came out in ProPublica about the right-wing militias, the guy that went undercover just reported on them for like a year or something. And it's just full of like former servicemen and cops.
Police officers. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. So it's like, I'm worried about all that stuff popping off. And if there is like a world event, like a COVID or something, I think it's like or God forbid, like a bigger war or like even worse, climate devastation, which that's on the menu, everybody. I feel like those opportunities are really chaotic, and it's opportunities for really bad things to happen on top of everything else. So,
Well, I'd
yeah,
like to say one thing about like climate devastation is over the last 2 years, the Democrats have been getting ready for climate devastation by uh, starting fear mongering about immigrants and
Yep.
building the wall. And
yeah,
the worst thing that's going to come for a lot of people when it comes to climate devastation is it's going to be harder to get into these like OECD nations. It's harder because of all the fear mongering around like immigration and things like that. And they're going to have to come to more temperate areas, and like Canada and America and the UK are definitely, you know.
yeah. I wonder what the coastal regions are going to do for the U.S. Like, I was thinking about this the other day. I mean, Florida's gone, right? that's
Please.
that's first up. Florida's going to be gone, and it's really tragic for people that like didn't have anything to do with these decisions, or just like stuck there and too broke to leave, like most people. But also, like, now that I'm like I'm in LA, and just like literally everywhere. I live in a valley, so I live in like a giant bowl surrounded by mountains, and all the mountains are burning. So you look at every direction, looks like you're in hell, right? Just like big billows of smoke all around you, and flames. You can see the flames flickering in the night. It's calmed down now, but the wind's just supposed to come back tonight, so we'll see how that goes. But I just feel like if that's going to keep increasing too, Southern California is like another Florida, but in the opposite direction. We're not flooding here; we're burning. And so like there is going to be like these mass migrations of people moving out and trying to flock to other places, but nowhere is safe. What, are you going to go to the Midwest where there's like tornadoes and shit? You're going to go to Arizona where that's going to be 150 in the summer outside, burns through the tires on your car. You're going to go up north where it's like horrifying ice storms. Like when I was growing up, old people die in ice storms 20, 30 years ago. Now it's going to be even crazier. So I don't know. There's nowhere to run, but we're all going to be trying to run somewhere, and it's just going to be a lot of chaos. So sorry to be a doomer, but like, I wish there was more we could do to the breaks or like mitigate these things in a healthier way than just like throwing up a fucking wall.
Yep. And shout outs to Woke Mike for being here. I think
Woke Mike?
Woke Mike comes from the Progressive Matters YouTube community, I think.
Oh, yeah. Progressive Matters.
Angry Ginger. So good to have you here.
Yeah. We're all going to Greenland. Trump said, well, who has jurisdiction on Greenland?
Denmark.
I think Trump should trade California for Greenland.
Why would Denmark want California?
Because I don't know, the biggest economy as a state in the world.
Yeah, on paper that would be a steal. Like Greenland has like 50,000 people. Like, are you kidding me?
Do you think that Charlie Kirk and Don Jr. went there to scout out the place so they can start depriving people of healthcare and all the services that they get?
They seriously went to Greenland? Like, there's not much of Greenland you can go to.
Yeah,
most of it's ice. Like, what?
Did you hear the controversy surrounding that of all the people that they had in the video?
No,
I didn't see the video.
No, you didn't hear that. Basically, they just went around, rounded up homeless people, and paid them to be in their video.
There's homeless people in Greenland? I didn't
that's
think
what I was thinking too.
Possible. Like, what?
How could you exist there without a home?
Yeah, like I thought it was like a very small community. Like I thought it was like such a small population. Like everybody knew everybody. I didn't think there was like major metropolitans whatsoever. It's just villages along the shoreline. Like, yeah, maybe not, but It'd be one thing if they flew in like homeless from Canada to go to Greenland to be their posing actors. That I wouldn't put it past them. But
That seems like something they would do. Bus in a bunch of people from one place, like they did. Like who was it that was in that? Was DeSantis?
Donald Trump Jr. got homeless Greenlanders to don MAGA hats for free lunch, report says.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. One, like we just covered Greenland's owned and ruled by Denmark, and so they should have like really decent social nets. So it's surprising that there's like a large enough homeless population for him to even like recruit from in Greenland to like do this. But I guess
I imagine there's not much of an economy in Greenland, to be real. Like what?
No, it's
like,
all fishing. Like,
yeah,
exactly.
Like, what else is there?
It's like Iceland. It's
ice harvesting, ice farms.
Yeah, and I mean, eventually, sure. Once the ice melts, I'm sure there's tons of minerals in all those valleys that are uncovered.
Oh, there you go.
That's why.
That's why they want Greenland. Yeah.
Oh yeah, duh. Like if that's not obvious, that is totally why. The other thing is because like north of Canada, they used to not be able to like do a lot of shipping up there because of icebergs, but with Arctic melting all of that, and which affects my poor chubby walruses, they don't have icebergs to sit on. But like now they can do tons of shipping up there. That's the other reason, and Greenland's part of that. So like you have to like look at the globe from the north, and you're like, oh, Greenland's there, Russia's there, Alaska's there. Oh, they're like neighbors when you look at it from the perspective of the North Pole.
It's smaller up there too.
Yes, exactly. Less area.
Yeah.
Greenland has a lot of like indigenous people and tribes and stuff like that. So it would be devastating if America
they'll just wipe those people out. I mean, that's what
isn't it just wouldn't it be mostly indigenous, you would think, wouldn't it be?
I mean the settler, the Denmarkians.
Yeah, I mean there's the settlers, but
all right. I have to go. It's 5:00. Dinner time's coming. I gotta do some daddy stuff.
Well, thanks for hanging out, Justin. It was lovely to have you.
Love
Bye,
all of
Justin.
You. See you later,
Justin.
Bye.
Good night.
Unceremonious.
Now that he's leaving, we can talk shit about Justin.
Please do. I'm gonna watch it later. Bye.
Bye.
You actually will watch it later. That's the thing. I believe.
Well, he told me that last time he couldn't watch it because the voice thing really bothered him. I was like, well, after I watched it, I was like, it didn't bother me that much, but that was because it wasn't on my voice. It was just Panthers and Justin's, so I could tolerate it.
That's hilarious. Like that was like pretty terrible to listen to from our end. Like I don't know how you were like, oh yeah, that was fine. Like that was like, oh my god, this is torture. Like,
yeah. So
there's only so much of us that you can listen to without going insane.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Trust me, I edited some of our videos.
Yeah, it's the doubling. It was the doubling that was doing it. And Panther was never nearly as bad as Justin because Panther was always short and sweet.
Yeah.
Justin could go on a nice little long rant, so it doubled over itself a lot. And you're like, oh god.
So sorry. I'm trying to do this thing on a budget, you know.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine.
No, I mean, it's like it's unfortunate because like the more you look into like how if you want to do anything sophisticated at all, it's a lot of money. And I'm already paid, like they just jacked up my Adobe subscription to like $36, which is like it doesn't seem like a lot, but if you don't use it every day, it's like every day you don't use it, you're like, man, that's another $1 down the toilet.
What are you even using Adobe for? Like that's not for audio stuff, I'd imagine. That's
for my video stuff, you know, and like I use the rotoscope tool in Adobe After Effects a lot now. Because like when you do it in Blender, it doesn't look nearly as nice. So
gotcha.
Thinking about getting rid of it and going back to my old days of using cracked software. But
putting on the pirate hat.
Crack is whack.
Eye patch.
Crack is whack, huh? Don't copy that.
I totally
copy.
forgot about my laundry. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yep.
So to add to all the disappearing people, I'm at 9% phone battery.
Okay. It was super nice to talk to you, Chuds. Let's do it again. Come back.
Yeah, anytime that I'm available. And
yeah,
like I said before, it's a lot of the issues with like trying to do what we were doing was the time difference. With like me being more available in the morning than my morning being, like 5 a.m. for
Yeah,
Justin.
well, what I'd like to do is try to figure out a time that we can just regularly set it up that works for most of us. So Justin is before 5, and Pantha's kind of like we're closer to where you are in time zone. So it'd be good if we can try to coordinate something where we can do it regularly. Maybe we can.
I mean, tell me when. I'll throw the microphone in the car, and we can talk while I'm in the back room at work. Granted, my internet connection today at work was shit. I wasn't able to do much.
Well, thanks again for joining. And I guess since if you're running out of time and Pantha's doing laundry, Brian and I can talk about Brotato.
Oh God, I like it. I like it.
So have you? I assume you played in. How far have you gone?
Oh, you're serious about talking about Brotato? All right,
Brotato.
please. All right, so let's talk Brotato. Here's the full background on Brotato. So there's one guy on Twitch that I've watched for quite a while. His name is Dark Twinge. And so he's played Brotato, and as a result, like I got into it because I was like, oh, this game looks like fun. And I agree with like a lot of the things that you find appealing. It's like it's a quick builder game, so you get to customize, build things. I love that. Like it's action, but it's not like a huge time sink, and each run is pretty quick. So it's a very fast feedback loop. Like you die and you're not like pissed off that you die. You're like, that sucks. All right, let me go at it again. Like there's a lot of games where dying's infuriating. Brotato, like there's a lot of deaths where I've been like, oh, that sucks. But it's not like I don't like want to punch a wall level of that sucks. I've never it's never like cheap or unfair. It might be overwhelming, but like you're like, fuck, how do I avoid that in the future? Like I don't feel like it's cheap. So, yeah. I enjoyed it. So like I played the original. Like there's definitely a bunch of people that I've beaten it on the highest level, like but not every single one of them, just because I haven't had that level of commitment to. But there's some that are like super easy. Like I feel like King in particular is one that's like get bonuses for having level 5 items, and I'm like OCD about getting red items anyway. So it's just like, all right, perfect, okay. So like I guess like that'd be like one of the criticisms I have of the game is like there's a couple points where like you'll get to the game where it's like, all right, I've beaten the game and it's wave 14. Like I just am going through the motions at this point, but like it's not so bad. Like you can get stupid, you can get a little bit greedy, you can make it fun even if you've beaten the game. Like I feel like comparatively I get to that point in like a Civilization type of game where it's like I know I've won. I've taken over 1/3 of the world and I can destroy everybody else. It's just a matter of going through the motions at this point. But like, so I get really sick of those types of games and like don't beat them after that point. After like I get over the hump, but Brotato's not as bad. And like, there's a lot of like characters that are just like really underpowered. So it's just like getting to the end, you're just like, thank God. I haven't played the new one, the DLC yet. So I haven't. I've just watched streams of it, but I always root for the walrus character enemy to win. I'm always like, come on, the walrus got to get him. But so I'm always tickled when there's a walrus enemy in a video game. But yeah, no, I don't really know how like the curse system or anything works in the new builds. Yeah. So I'm kind of curious about it, and it looks fun enough. But yeah, that's my Brotato experience.
Well, thanks for sharing, because I've been playing this game by myself. I haven't really talked to anybody else about it. I keep trying to get my kid to play it because I was like, oh, it's got a cooperative mode. This would be fun.
There's a co-op mode? I didn't even know there's a co-op mode. Yeah. That'd be fun. Yeah.
Panther, are you still here? Or is she just still doing laundry?
I am back. I was listening to you guys while I did laundry. I had my headphones in.
Brian just mentions Civ. So know that you're a big...
Yeah, he made a very good point about that when you get to the point where you're just going through the motions.
I'm glad you agree. I'm glad you agree. Like, I love the beginning stages of Civilization so much. Like, it's so fun when like you're living on a knife's edge and like taking calculated risks. But then you get to the point where everything's safe and you can even do stupid stuff, and you're just like, ah, nothing matters. Like, I feel like there's like this, like one of my this is a stupid tangent, but I might as well fill space. One of my favorite words is like ephemeral, like because it means like short-lived, beautiful. Like I feel like I love like things that are fragile and like short-lived and like delicate glass sculptures, because it's like to me, I love like living on a knife's edge. I love games that have that like super balance of like constant risk. Like I'll go with a deep cut game that I love that you're always like nearly dying, is called Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. It's like an ASCII game. It's like a roguelike. Like this is like super nerd level of game, but like you die, and like these are hour-long games, and like you can literally play them in ASCII. But like I don't know, there's something like very fun about boiling games down to the absolute most primitive tactical strategy, and just like, all right, I have to make this risks and these calculations so long in advance. It's fun. I don't even know where I'm going with that.
Were you also playing FTL?
I love FTL for that exact same reason.
I was
like
going to mention too.
Yeah, FTL usually, like, you can get to the save points in FTL. Like I would get to the one-shot laser kill builds in that, but generally speaking, like every encounter matters, every battle matters, and like you're like the difference of like losing 1 or 2 hit points over like 3 or 4 fights adds up, and you pay the price for that. So like it I love it because it bleeds into like my OCD. Everything matters. Like I have to give it my utmost focus, and if I do, I win. And like I love that. It rewards like my most like weird quirks, I guess. But it's super fun.
Yeah, I like naming my characters after the people in my real life, and then I feel really bad when they get taken out. And
Well, yeah. If they actually die, I'd feel bad. XCOM, I feel bad because they'll actually die. FTL, I have the utmost of confidence I will not get them killed unless I'm being stupid. Like,
you're better than I am then, because I don't think I've completed it on. Maybe I've completed it on hard. I don't even remember. It's been a while. So.
I think I only sat down long enough to win FTL once, and I was like, never again. It was too stressful.
Oh, do you like Farmville type games, or like this, like Stardew Valley, like the super like cozy type games? Are those more your?
Oh no.
No,
MMOs were my bread and butter for a very long time, and then
okay, you need a little bit of tension and long-term building, not like super no death risk ever. Okay, gotcha.
Oh no, I did a lot of PvP and MMOs, but kind of like what Terminal said, as you get older, you lose your reflexes. It makes it a lot less fun.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like I used to love first-person shooters when I was a kid. Like I grew up on Counter-Strike. That's honestly how I met a lot of friends. Like I went to like LAN parties and stuff, and that's how I got into computers and networking. And that was so like I love that stuff, but I never play a first-person shooter anymore. I just don't have that twitchy feeling anymore. The last one I played was Left 4 Dead. But that was because it was cooperative, and I loved like the cooperative aspect of like hanging out with 4 of your buds or 3 of your buds and doing that all night. Yeah.
Have you played Deep Rock Galactic? Is that the name of it?
A little bit, yeah. No, I haven't actually played that ever with friends, but I have like the random times I've played it with the community online. It's been relatively positive interactions, which is surprising for a game. So I've been pleasantly surprised that I haven't played it in a while. But yeah, no, I did enjoy that one as well. But probably less than 100 hours logged on Steam. Nothing.
Well, we should, like, Chudsley has, I see him playing a lot. We should try to put something together where we play one of those type of games where a bunch of us could be working together. It might be fun.
Well, yeah. It'd be good. It'd be good stream content rather than our avatars. Not that me having my Grimes T-shirt in the background. So that was my.
Is it?
That's Prelon Grimes. I didn't get to mention that all stream.
Really?
I got that. She was in Oakland on 420, and I bought this T-shirt. Prelon Grimes, baby.
Wow, that's impressive. So.
Yes, but now she's even like I saw a Grimes tweet being like, "We should take over Greenland." And I'm like, "Wow, Grimes!
Yeah,
you were much cooler back."
She's bad on Twitter. If you follow her on Twitter at all, she's like,
no, I haven't. I got it like secondhand through other people. I was like, Jesus Christ, yeah, that's.
A human is saying that Deep Rock Galactic is rad. So we got another person who could join our team. But I'd be a noob. And like I said, like Panther and I she mentioned PvP. We were like, did two. Well, I think we were a team for a while in World of Warcraft PvP. She was the mage and I was the healer. So, but these days we're both probably shit, I would imagine, in terms of keeping up with stuff.
Yeah, no, I feel like Deep Rock Galactic is pretty accessible. Like it's not, especially if you don't put it on the high difficulty levels, it's pretty reasonable. Like what did you ever play? Oh, what the hell is the name of the game? I'm trying to. What I feel like it gets you good in the 3D disoriented state. Okay, Descent was the name of this game.
Descent, right after Doom. It came out right after Doom. It was 3D.
Descent fucked with, dude. If you got Descent, you could manipulate 3D objects in your mind. Like Descent was a game that burned my third grade brain. Like I was like, this game is insane. Like I had to play it so slow. Oh my god! But yeah.
Well, Mike, you're I'm getting up there too. So I'm like trying to. This is partly how I stay youthful, is to try to do the things that the younger generation is doing. Like I think as you age, if you don't maintain a youthful vitality, you just get old and bitter and angry, and you tend to lash out at the younger generation. So that's awesome to try to stay young.
Do you know what Thomas Russell's comment while he was at the Brown Brothers Harriman acting as Bankard from the Thyssen family?
Tom is really informed about really obscure minutia. Talking about Ralph Nader's book from the 70s, American Ink. I have a couple of Ralph Nader's books, but I don't have that one. So
I'm like so curious. What was that in reference to?
Tom, you can if you want to hop in, Tom, you can come and join us and tell us about it.
I'm so curious. What the hell was that a super left field? Like if that actually related to the conversation, I want to know how. Please tell me how.
I think it must have.
I'm sure it did, but I'm like, what the hell? I was talking about Prelon, Elon Grimes, when then he drops this. I'm like, oh, he was at the Brown Brothers Harriman acting as Bankard from this. What? Okay. But yeah.
I wonder who he was talking about. Which figure?
Maybe it was the dwarves from Deep Rock Galactic.
We tried when Pantha, I think maybe it was the first time that I tried to stream just with Pantha when Justin wasn't available, and we were trying to stream. I was just trying to stream some deck building game, and I don't know. I think it's hard to juggle talking about politics and then switching to video games. Video games.
I feel like I could do it so mindless. It depends what game it was. But no, I don't know. I feel like I'm built for the ADHD level of having two conversations at the same time. Because it's I feel like I have devil's hands where it's my one half of my brain wants to be doing something else. So if I have two things to do at once, it's easier than doing one thing sometimes.
Yeah, I can see that.
For me, it was just hard because I just have my laptop screen and I couldn't. It made me feel old because I couldn't see the cards on your screen.
Yeah, I was I don't know. I mean, I'd love to do gaming streams because that's kind of where I got started as a kid, and there's still so much like video game stuff resonating in my brain, and often politics is kind of gets depressing talking about it all the time and thinking about it.
Yeah.
So that's why
That's why you got to be playing Mega Man while you're doing it. You got me.
So that's why like a game like Brotato, it's like totally it requires so much intense focus, and it just totally takes you out of reality, and it seems like it's very therapeutic for me. I'm surprised at how therapeutic a video game can be in that regard.
Yeah, I feel like. I mean, I'm not. This I don't want to dismiss it because I agree. Video gaming can be. I feel like for me, I generalize it more as like any mindful activity can be enjoyable, and as long as I'm having like a presence of mind, and like not doing it to like go through the motions and just simply pass time. As long as it's something I'm truly enjoying and being thoughtful about, it can be anything. But like I have such a short attention span sometimes. I rotate. Like I'll be like, I need an hour on this, and then an hour on that, and then an hour on this. So I feel like at a certain point, video games have like a diminishing return. I'm playing them just because of like sheer compulsion or like just to get some win condition. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get some self-loathing developing if I keep this going. I need to walk away from the computer now. But,
yeah,
that's I struggle with sitting in front of my computer too much. Comparatively, doing things like this are fun and unique and fun, so I do them.
Yeah. So, Panther, why did you switch to the this image instead of, was it Saturn that you were last time?
Jupiter. It was like one of the first things in my phone reel, so I just picked it.
This is an image on her phone, so that's
of course just to send it to somebody
from work.
Exactly. This is when you work front desk at a vet, you gotta send poop sample pictures to people. This is what we found. It's not looking good.
Hey, it's better than gore. It could be gore.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah.
Well, seems like things are kind of winding down and kind of tired. So, and I'm sad that I didn't get my Adrian Dittman going for people. So I'll try to do it again. And we should try to figure out like an optimum time for people so we can have the greatest engagement too. So, you know, I don't know when that is. I'm trying to probe people to find out. So thanks you guys.
This feels like the most engagement you've had on this.
Yeah. Great.
Well, I mean, I didn't switch from. We didn't do anything that we were supposed to do. You said, "I want you to share some music. I want you to share some new videos. I want you to do this and this and that." And I'm like, "Okay, I'm gonna." Like I was trying to also do my thing, which I just wanted to make the fake characters come in and say stupid stuff, and I didn't get that done. But I put all these videos aside and put the music aside for you. So now I'm prepared for the next one, at least. So.
Well, I think before we go, you should at least give us some music.
Some music. All right. Well, this is a rough song that I did from the album that I was talking about that I never released. This is like one of the last things that I did, but I didn't change it's still got some missing samples in it, but I'll share it. Let's see here. And it goes on forever. You guys, and you can feel free to talk over it and say if you like anything about it or you don't like it. So let's see. I got to share. Okay, so here it is.
Good. The first orbital city will be ours.
Can you guys hear me while I'm talking?
Is it just audio or is there a video?
I didn't do a video for this one yet.
Okay.
This song is like a really good low end, so it might not sound good over phones or.
Signal my war patrol and have them meet us at this quadrant.
Can you guys see my camera at all?
Yeah, I see. Well, I don't like on the YouTube. I see the 3 videos on the right, and then the audio being played in them.
I'm gonna switch it to. I'm gonna switch it to me. Okay, so on YouTube, it'll take a while for it to come up to me while the music is playing. Let me know when you can see it.
This is Andre Baruch speaking for the Good People Corporation.
Can you see me on YouTube?
The men who developed the earliest designs for the Good People space station are now gone.
All right, now it's you.
But their vision of a beautiful Danish modern spacecraft has met acceptance beyond their most optimistic dreams.
Bill McKee reveals Satan's plan and purpose. So, also, he's the main guy. All of the singing in this is
a luxury available only to the very wealthy.
Here's the other record he did.
Hundreds of powerful people look forward each evening to the joy of weightless deep space comfort and relaxation.
He's like a conservative.
Look at your own
Christian
life.
guy.
It's beautiful, or at least passively so. But how much luxurious excess was designed into it?
Is merely a mode of escapism.
Is this going to get the
It
stream
is something we
demonetized?
get on to run away from this ugly
It got
world.
demonetized when I played Tracy Chapman and Justin's video.
Yeah, you might miss out on those 2/10 of the cents.
And again, all of these are samples from records, and really bad records. I didn't sample anything quality as is normal for the process of sampling.
Get all the gold, gold, gold. Get all the gold.
I see you're interested in our space program.
Oh, yeah, that's a genuine facsimile there of the Apollo 14 insignia. That's the thing that separates the U.S. of A from the red chinks and all them other losers.
Put our flag on the moon has cost nearly $25 billion. And it has also cost the lives of 2.5 million persons.
One must be careful about money. Great stewardship is necessary. Money is a mere commodity like bricks. You can make a shrine with it, or you can slug people to death with it.
Panther, what do you think?
I think you need a video with Elon to go to this.
That's kind of like this sounds like.
The chance to begin again in a golden land of opportunity and adventure.
But that's kind of what it's about. Or it is what it's about, not kind of.
I wanted extinction because I was without hope.
Through the centuries, there have always been inadequate, emotionally drained, unhappy people.
Look at 13-year-old SoundCloud rapper 86 Pro. He drives 6 Rolls Royces, has huge, great big gems, jewels. He lives in a mansion, man, and he has all the latest video games and weird Japanese pornography. He just blasted it, man. He was stoned all the time and spending $500,000 a week on coke, X-rated manga, and prostitutes.
Yep, President Elon is what it sure feels like.
Make money.
Fuck Earth, people.
Get the money.
I want material shit. Fuck Earth. I want gems and jewels. I want
the money.
I want all people.
Make money.
Get young, smoke dope like crazy. Never push daisies, push stoppies. Push dope, push stoppies. Push dope. Fuck people.
Make money.
I want material shit.
like I said, I kind of didn't finish the song. All of the singing, it's like a little awkward because I'm taking this preacher from the 70s and trying to make him sing, so I have to pitch it and try to make it sound like he's singing on the music.
Where waves of water never fall and flowers never bloom at all. It's a place on the moon we call the Sea of Showers.
Statement number 5. There are no flowers. There are only corporations and customers. There are no daffodils. There are no tulips. There are no lilacs. There only is dollar.
I feel like this is totally stuff I used to like program to, like just good zone out, barely listen to the lyrics type of music.
Yeah, it makes me miss pot.
Full many a gem of purest ray serene, the dark unfathomed caves of ocean bear. Full many a flower is born to blush unseen, and waste its sweetness on the desert air.
Get all the gold. Get all the gold.
Through the whole album was the idea of human beings being flowers or seeds, that if you don't get enough nutrients, you don't blossom, and everybody has the potential to blossom, but because of bad environmental circumstances.
You don't think we got anything more important to do with $20 billion than to send a guy up on the moon?
It comes full circle back to the beginning of this dream where you're like Malcolm Gladwell, 20 things that make a seed grow. Oh, it's so beautiful. So beautiful.
Your son-in-law is black?
The sun is black. This is the story of the black hole.
Everyone needs many things. Think of the reasons why. Everyone needs food. Everyone needs clothes to wear. Here is something else everyone needs. Everyone needs a home in which to live. This home is just right for some people. It is made of earth and branches and is covered with mud.
I had been born into a group that took it as their right that they should have permanent and excessive privileges. When we have so much more than we have need of. There is a great wall that protects us from unhappiness of others and above all protects us against reality.
What's that clipped from? What's that woman clipped from?
She's from a record called God Is Not Dead. She was a wealthy person who became an alcoholic, and then she's kind of like a Christian ranting against the excesses of wealth. Most of the record is really bad, but I bought it because it just had a cool 60s cover. I'll dig it up sometime. It's got her face on it. It says God Is Not Dead. So,
Engineers.
I really like his
Controlled by billionaires. They're controlled by
The Good People Corporation.
Yes, all over the world.
The surest way to guarantee success. Exploit people.
That's the only step. The shortest way to success. Exploit people. Done. List ended. Over.
brains are controlled by billionaire kings who hold spiritual material things. Brains are controlled by
The Good People Corporation.
Yes, everyone needs many things.
Apple, Google, Instagram,
I think the best thing about the inauguration was the flags flying at half mast.
Engineers.
Straight from Trump.
TV and movies and video games, Hollywood celebrities, designer clothes,
So anyways, him ranting, the preacher guy, ranting about all the vices.
hot sex,
Brains are controlled by
And I think this is where the song I ended it really fast.
The surest way to guarantee success: exploit people, exploit the working force.
cool athletes, football games, fast food, beer heads, awesome cards.
Anyway, the song goes off the rails.
Hot selling songs. Get rich, you know what I mean? Get the best for yourself.
I got a right to do my thing, baby. And I'm gonna do it on you before you do it on me.
Make money, get the
Thank you
money.
for sitting through the song and for
Make
sitting through the
money.
stream with me, guys.
Make money, get the best for yourself.
I had a good time. I enjoy this a lot.
Good outro. I like it.
The ending of this is pretty good.
Imagine a place where it never rains. It's a place on the moon we call the Sea of Showers.
So anyways, oh well, I'm glad that you enjoyed it, Pantha, and thanks for being here to the end. Everybody who's in the chat, the Woke Mike, and if Ahume and Tom are still here, I enjoy doing this, and hopefully we can make it more regular and make it more entertaining for everybody. And it's always good to have a guy with a walrus hat join you on your stream. So thank you very much, Brian.
I'll invest in a real mic setup here soon.
Hey, I can send you one. I got probably a brand new mic somewhere.
I like it.
So let me know.
I would take you up on that actually, because
I think I tried to send you one before, but Mr. You know who said don't take that microphone. So anyways, I'm glad that you appreciate it, because I don't, like I said, I don't want this to be a chore for anybody. I don't want to be like, you got to be here, you got to show up at 3 a.m. 3 a.m. and have your uniform on and be here. But I want it to be something fun and relaxing and just a chill hangout, and you guys make it possible. So, and everyone in the chat too. So, and we got Thought Spasm says, I enjoyed that. Thank you. Well, thank you, Thought Spasm. I think your first time seeing you in the chat. Nobody heard what I said. Uh-oh. Can you hear me? Am I not being heard right now? Hello?
No, you're hurt.
Oh, okay.
I hear you on YouTube and I hear you on the thing. I've been doing little double checks here and there. I hear you just fine.
Okay. Yeah, A-Human, thanks as always for being here. You're a pro, and it's fascinating to hear that this is the start of your day and it's the end of our day. And one of these times we're going to have to figure out how to leverage your being the man in the future to us to okay, Thought Spasm said can hear you. So thank you, Thought Spasm, for being here. And thanks again, everybody. And see you next time. Peace out.
Peace out. Walrus out.
Love you guys. Take care.